but it's water in the morning, and letting my body learn. This clean skin, soft light, it's rest that shows in my eyes. It's how I hold my shoulders when I stop living rushed. I don't chase it, I make space for it. I come back to myself. That's a woman's glow, not loud, but you can feel it. That's a woman's glow.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Y'all know I got some things to say about our internet nephew, Junior. Yes. Can everybody hear me okay? Hey, Broken Dior. What's up, girl? How you been? What's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to let some people get on up in here before I get started, hunty. Yes, yes, yes. And I hope StreamYard doesn't get on my nerve tonight. Because it looks like it's trying. But hold on, y'all. I'm hoping everybody get on up in here. Get on up in here. Get on up in here. Get comfortable. Get comfortable. Per as usual, welcome, welcome, my Gemini gems and jewels. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please like and subscribe. If you are not new, welcome back, of course. Happy to see you back. All right, before we get started, let me just see. Just a few more people get on up in here, y'all. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. A little bit more. All right. So, of course, yes, Krusty is crashing the F out. Yes. Yes, indeed. Exactly. Exactly. Likely. All right, y'all. Here we go. I want to start here. I think my seem like am I too loud? Seems like my mic is too loud tonight. A little loud, y'all. Okay, is that better? Maybe it's a little too loud still. I don't know. All right. Well, nonetheless. So we're gonna start with yes, Junior. Junior balled up in this. Thank you. Junior balled up in this concoction, I call it. Which of course, yeah, it's a stroller. Yes, it's a stroller, but it is not a stroller for a child of Junior's age. Okay. So shout out to Corey Lombardi first and foremost because y'all already know Corey Lombardi has all the tea. What's up, Miss LaVie? Welcome back, girl. I ain't seen you in a minute. Welcome back. So y'all know Corey Lombardi. He has the tea. He stays one of the many people that stays on Krishan's neck, right? And looks out for Junior, okay, and gives us updates. Um, Corey Lombardi says the whole time Krishan has been out in LA, we haven't seen Junior do anything beneficial to help with Sunny Doe's need for mobility assistance. She could be looking into specialized wheelchairs, consulting physical therapists, or exploring resources that could actually improve his quality of life. Matter of fact, what happened to that schedule she said her son was on? All we ever see is Sunny Doe sitting in a small stroller with his legs folded up like a cooked pretzel, which I've always said, and many others have said that the same. While Crystal Rock is busy obsessing over videos of herself and Blueface, while Shardy needs help. And not only obsessing over herself and Blueface, I may be mowing down some damn food like she ain't ate in months. I mean, damn. At first, I thought it was just for for clicks and views or, some type of streaming, thing, to give people something to talk about. But now I realize that's really how her ass eat, like a freaking animal. I mean, my dog didn't even eat like that. At least a dog know how to lick his chops after eating, to get stuff off his, his mouth and, up around the hairs, up the whiskers and stuff. This heifer be eating and shit be all over her mouth. And I'm like, well, damn. What, who the hell taught you how to eat? Do you think you back on the streets, when you got kicked out of Latifah's, Tasiki's home and didn't know where you was going and probably starved for a little bit or something? You got like, you have flashbacks when you get in front of food or something? I'm trying to understand. I'm really trying to understand why she has to eat like that and not only just gorging it down, deep throwing it all. I'm surprised she don't choke. And she barely chews. I know the bitch got to stay constipated. I bet you she stays constipated. She got to. Because she doesn't chew her food up. She really doesn't. She chews about once, twice, and then swallows. And I'm like, damn. What the hell? It's crazy. I ain't never seen no dude eat like that. To be honest, I haven't. I mean, I'm not saying ain't no dude, don't no dudes eat like that, but I ain't even never seen no dudes eat like her. Damn sure ain't seen no females eat like her. I ain't even seen a heavyweight a heavy person eat like that. I mean, it's damn. I just don't understand that. But anyway, nonetheless, moving on. So yeah, this is what Junior is supposed to be in at his age. Okay. This is the type of wheelchair that everybody says that Junior needs to be in his condition. He would be much more comfortable. He would be able to stretch his legs out, to where circulation would not be cut off. You know what I'm saying? Whether he's kicking them or they just hanging, dangling, at least, blood circulation would be flowing. Okay? Uh and I don't want to hear a damn thing from her ass about this wheelchair could be too expensive because knowing how much money she has spent on her damn self, a fucking wig, Junior could have had 10 of these by now. He could have had this one and a spare one. He could have had one of these for Baltimore, California, Miami, and everywhere else she goes, and drags him to. Just there waiting for him. So I don't hear a damn thing about her saying that. She just don't want to get it. Because she knows most likely the process to get it is gonna have to she's gonna have to explain why, the whys and the hows and the this, that, which turns out to be what? None other than about her damn self. So this is why I ask. Is Junior really, I mean, like, is this girl really sacrificing her child right before our eyes on the internet? I mean, I know it's been said, but like I don't take that shit serious. But I'm starting to wonder. I'm really starting to wonder because I already said that once she got to California and they did that well check and the LAPD didn't do a damn thing, did I not say that it was about to kick into full throttle? Well, now Junior's all over the damn place. Now, mind you, she still tries to control the narrative by, making sure you can only see certain things, that Junior's doing. If you start to see too much and she notice it, she'll put her big ass face in front of the camera in her head, to block, or and she keep looking back and look at the camera, make sure he's not in full view, to expose her lies, as if we don't know that that's what the fuck is going on. It just baffles me when she does that shit. I mean, I just be really wanting to just slap the shit out of her ass when she got her big ass face in front of the camera trying to hide Junior in the background. Because hello, we seen it already. We see it. We see it. I don't give a damn if it's 2 seconds. We done seen it before you caught it and moved the camera. So it's been seen. It's been fucking seen. The lie has been exposed. So what's the point? What's the point? But to her comfort and to help her, think she's controlling the narrative. That's the shit that she does. Okay. So yeah, this is what Junior needs. He needs this wheelchair type of, stroller looking thingy way far more weight, more so than this bullshit that he's been in. Bless his heart. I mean, I'm pretty sure his legs go to sleep. It's no telling what all else, Junior. It's no telling how uncomfortable he is in that thing. I really believe that's probably why he started crying that day. Who knows? I mean, just who knows? So, okay, so here, this right here is the newest, you guys. This is the newest footage. Now, I went to go look for this footage myself on Kick, but she done did some shit to where if you ain't no subscriber, if you're not a subscriber, she either it's that and she done hit herself, or she's hitting herself because she doesn't want maybe Blueface and whoever else to find her new streaming shit. But people like Corey, I don't know, he probably just has some type of inside connection. Lola, she I think she actually talks to her ass, because she's one of her fans. So therefore, but I went over there to try to get this footage right here myself. It's lengthy, but I'm pretty sure right here on Corey Lombardi's page, it's not everything, but hopefully he got the key points of where you can see Junior in the background with Coach Calvin, and Coach Calvin again has him standing up at this house that they're Airbnb that they're renting out while they're there, and of course, again, she's trying to control the narrative, talking about, he's standing up, and he stands up. And then once Coach Calvin kind of gives way to see if he'll do it, he falls to the ground. And that's when she tries to, move the camera real quick, you know what I'm saying, type of shit. And that's where I just get real irritated because I'm like, we done already seen it. Just let it run. If you're gonna be, authentic with your streaming, just let it run because we gonna talk about your ass regardless. I mean, the little bit that we see, when we know that your ass been lying, you gonna get talked about regardless. So you might as well just let the truth be seen, so we can go ahead and tear you a new asshole. So therefore, maybe when you get enough of us on this side, not the rock tart side, but on this side, our side, maybe somebody will say something that'll just strike a nerve hard enough to make her do what's right. I don't know. But maybe, just maybe, just maybe. But let's go ahead and check this out, y'all. And I haven't seen this little clip, so I don't know what part of the live um this is, but let's check it out. And let me know if y'all can hear it. Can y'all hear it okay? Let me know if y'all can hear it because I can't hear it. Yeah, I can't hear it either. Okay, hold on. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. I still can't hear it, y'all. I don't know what's going on. Oh, well, duh. Let me turn the damn volume on. Wait a minute. Let's run this back one more time.
weird because he only does that baby shit. He not even talking bad about her anymore, other than saying like she's weird sometimes. But he ain't really saying too many bad things about her. It's just he's not claiming the baby. But then it dawned in my head that he's not claiming the baby as much as Krishan isn't claiming him. And I think that's weird. She put that on the car.
Now, allegedly, she's it's been said she's listened to some a content creator or somebody that's talking about her right here. They say that she does pay attention and she does, this is her, done dropped into somebody's live or something, and she's listening to what they're saying about her right now. So that's what she's listening to right now. Okay, y'all.
Shorty, whoever this girl is, she clocked it. Say, no, I love him. I do. She ain't never said so many bad things about him. And I think meant it consecutively. Even when she say good things, it's just W, my baby dad. He watching his son. That's the only time he can get her when he had Junior. That's it. She don't get him he don't get nothing else unless he's being a dad. She doesn't say, oh my God, I love him. Oh my God, he got this going on. Oh my God, I want to be with him. She don't say none of that. I miss him. All of that. We all know that he just doing that shit to piss her off. And it's kind of weird because he only does that baby shit. He not even talking bad about her anymore, other than saying like she's weird sometimes. But he ain't really saying too many bad things about her. It's just he's not claiming the baby. But then it dawned in my head that he's not claiming the baby as much as Krishan isn't claiming him. And I think that's weird. She put that on the coffin. Shorty, whoever this girl is, she clocked it. Say, I love him. I do. She ain't never said so many bad things about him.
Now, didn't she just throw a fucking tantrum about this nigga after she, tried to remove some more of this tattoo? And she's listening to a rocktard, as you can tell, telling how she feels and how, her mind thinks when it comes to the baby and how she feels about Blueface. Okay? And and the young lady says that she loves him, and this bitch gonna say, yeah, I do. Okay, well then why is anybody supposed to feel sorry for you when you get dogged out by him and you feel the need to go get the tattoo removed only because you're in your feelings at the time, but because you don't went that far with it during you being in your feelings, that when you get to the place, reality kicks in and you know damn well you really don't want to do the shit. So therefore you got to start crying and talking about your heart is broken because you're doing it. See, I read this bitch. She's too young. I read her very well. And so she goes and she throws this tantrum. Why? Because she wants her fans to feel sorry for her ass. And do they? Yes, they do. They fall for the banana and the tailpipe every time. It's like, it's just like the same vicious cycle that goes on between her and Blue. It's all just a vicious cycle. It's just all a vicious cycle. Okay? A repetitive damn cycle. That's it. And in the midst of it all, who's caught up? None other than poor, unattended to a Junior. He don't get shit out of the whole deal. They get to play back and forth, patty cakes, baker's man, but ain't nobody doing a damn thing for Junior in the midst of all this doggone unnecessary bullshit. As usual. Let me see what's next, because if it's not what I want y'all to see, because Junior was in the background. If this next one is, I'm gonna go somewhere else and get it. So let me see what this next one is. It probably okay. I thought so. Just one little end of the video thingy. All right, so moving on. We're gonna go to Junior standing up with Coach Calvin. It's on this one supposedly, but I think it might be at the end, y'all. So hey, it ain't my fault. It ain't my video. So I'm just letting you know right now. But this is something I hadn't seen on this video. Her laying him down and look like she's trying to pick booger crits out of his nose. And so I'm like, okay, well, I didn't see this part, so where did this come from? But I checked it out, and so we'll see what all these parts of this video has going on, and then we're gonna talk about it. Oh, and guess what, y'all? I figured out how to do my panel. So stay on up in here, and I don't know if I should do it now or what, but yeah. Well, when I get finished with this, I think I'm supposed to do it after I get finished. But I have learned, I have figured out how to do my panel, guys. So y'all can come up and we can do the panel, y'all. Let's shoot now. Hey, I forgot to tell you. I can't believe it. I learned how to do it. Okay, so anyway, let's get through this.
Anxiety. I'm sorry, I feel my spirit. Somebody's watching and wrestling with anxiety. Then season that's making them worried about what's going to happen next. They're dealing with traumas and trying to figure out, okay, God, where are you? He also prayed about peace. Speak to the person right now who's wrestling with anxiety, worry. All of the word we have in us, the more the Holy Spirit bring things to our attention when we have those feelings. Yeah. Even as you said that, you know, it was the first thing the Holy Spirit brought back to my memory when Paul said to the church of Philippi,
Now, is it just me, or does Junior look like either he's been crying a lot right here, or he's been smacked? And I'm not trying to make this up. I'm serious. I'm looking at his eyes and the redness of his face. I will be the first to say it could be from him. Possibly was crying a lot. Because you know, these videos are edited, so there's different time frames. It's not. I don't think it's all running together, the way she makes it look. But you know, he looks like he's either been crying real hard for a long time, or he's been smacked in the face. Now, and the reason why I say this also is pay very close to this, pay attention to this video as it plays on, because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I want to move on. But it's going to get to the point where he's going to be moving around, and she's going to raise her hand as if she wants to pop him in the back of his head, but she catches herself and looks at the camera. I swear to God, y'all know I'm very observant. Pay attention to it. It's gonna come. I can't tell you when, but it's on this video. So let's just watch it, and when we get to that part, I'm gonna stop it to let you know. All right, I can't back it up, but I can stop it and let y'all know where it happened. Okay.
when Paul said to the church of Philippi, this one thing I do, the Holy Spirit brought back to my memory when Paul said to the church of Philippi, this one thing I do. Man, in Greek, it's a continual present tense, so it's like I keep doing. That's right. It's one thing I keep doing. And he says, forget it.
See, he already looks irritated and like he's really wanting to get away from her and get out of her arms. That's telling it right there. He's looking like, you done made me mad and I want to get away from you because I know what you did. I may not can talk, but I know what you did to me and I want to get away from you. So I don't know why the hell you're holding me. That's what he's giving me right here. Okay. Let's keep moving.
Right? Forgetting what, and pressing on to what is ahead. And, you know, I used to read past that for years and think it was just like a nice platitude.
They go to grabbing in the crotch where the hernia is, right? Did I not tell y'all? This is where we try to control him. This is where we gets to grabbing in the crotch. See, from behind, but in between his legs. And she knows where to put them hands because she knows where is located. Okay. All right. If y'all don't know, check out my live that I put out last night that shows you what it looks like and where it's located. Okay. For the people in the back. Okay.
Nice platitude. And so, you know, now I study the text with such depth. I'm like, I want to call myself right. No, but I'm a pictorial person. Yeah, I'm a pictorial. So when I'm for messages and sermons, I can see in myself.
Damn, I looked off for a minute, y'all. I think it was right in that area. If she looked at the camera, right before this little part right here where I froze it, then that was the part. I looked away. I told you it's real quick, but yeah, that's where it looked like she was about to popping, but she looked at the camera. She stopped herself and looked at the camera. So let me look at my other one that's kind of behind. Let me look at my iPad. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Yep. Yep. It already showed. Yeah. So as soon as she laid him down, like, across her leg, that's when she kind of raised her hand like she was gonna pop him, but she looked at the camera. She stopped herself. And I believe that's why she be steady rubbing the back of his hair. I always wonder, why the hell did she rub the back of his hair so much? And it's been said that, because she doesn't want nobody to know the shape of his head. I think that bitch too dumb to know the shape of his head is off. And if she does know, it's only because she's been, ear hustling and dipping in people's lives. I really don't think she has the mind capacity to even know that that's an issue or that's something that's going on with her own child. Okay. I think she rubs his hair down in the back. Sometimes when it's not combed, like it's going to do something, for her to rub it. But more so, it may show, a redness back there. Maybe she thinks if she rubs that hair, it'll kind of cover up the redness. Because I think, in my opinion now, it's just my opinion. I'm not saying that this is truth. But I think, just from this little gesture a minute ago or a second ago, that she probably pops him in the back of his head. You know what I'm saying? And like other people have said, and then too, right now, look at this. Right here now. Pay attention from this frozen picture right here. From this point on, when I started, you can tell, look how hard she's gripping his arm. She thinks that you cannot tell, but you can. I can. I damn sure can. I can tell that she is gripping his arms very tight to try to control him from maneuvering the way he's maneuvering. She's wanting to control. That's a narcissist. They want to control you so bad. They want to control shit so bad. They do not like not being in control. That is one of the number one things. They do not like not being in control, and they do not like not being able to control you. That's the number one thing with them.
I can envision the times when I'm studying for messages and sermons. I can see myself in the text. I can envision the times in Rome. I can envision, like I'm studying for.
You see how she gripped his right wrist so hard? Gripping on him like it was a damn handlebars on a fucking bicycle? Y'all notice that? See, I be on it. I'm telling y'all. I don't know why I'm this observant. I don't know why, but I just am. I'm sorry.
Messages and sermons. I can see myself in the text. I can envision the times in Rome. I can envision, like when I was walking my church through the Acts 1 and 2, I can envision.
And then she tells on herself when she doing shit she ain't got no business. That's why she looks she looks in the camera. She tells on herself when she looks in the camera, that's guilt right there. Every time she looks in the camera, that's guilt. She holding him too tight, gripping him too tight or handling him wrong, she looks in the mirror. When she knows she's supposed to change his damn diaper and she don't do it, or she don't move fast enough when he's crying and having a tantrum or whatever's going on with him or something's wrong with him, and she don't move fast enough when she finally comes up out of her goddamn tunnel vision, up out of her head, because as y'all have seen, it takes her a minute to come up out of her own goddamn, where she's focused. Then she'll look into the camera and say whatever she feels like her chat people want to hear her say. Well, bitch, it done took you about 5 to 10 minutes before you even came back to us, to even do any damn thing. So, damn. Does it matter? The fuck? So every time she's guilty of something she knows that she foul about, that's when she looks in the camera. Now, I don't know if she's looking in the camera or at the chat trying to see what they saying. I don't think it's the chat, because she don't give a damn what they say, whether it's her doggone fans or non-fans. In my opinion, what they're looking in the camera for, I don't know. I don't know how the streaming shit works, so I don't know what that's all about. I've been trying to figure that out. What's the looking in the camera for? Is the camera supposed to tell you that we seen what the fuck just happened or something? Does it give you signals? Does it give you signs or something? Do it give different lights or something? They seen it. I don't know. Y'all tell me, shit, y'all tell me. So yeah.
I can see the disciples in the room and it's just candlelit. I can hear them praying. I can see the cloven tongues of fire light up the room. So I'm a picture of a person in the room and it's just candlelit. I can hear them praying. I can see the cloven tongues of fire light up the room. So I'm a picture of a person when I'm reading. I can see that, right? So when Paul said there's one thing I do, I forget what is behind, right? I would read past that and now think about, well, what does he have to forget? Right? And I think to my mind, right? I've been in the street. He also prayed about peace. Speak to the person right now who's wrestling with anxiety, worry, anxiety, fear. And it's just
All right, we already seen the fake walking deal. We've seen this already. So let me see what's next. Let's move on here. Once again, fake walking part 2. You know, if y'all want to see it, for the people in the back that hasn't seen it, I'll run it for y'all. Only because it's short, so I'll run it for y'all.
Come on.
See, looking in the camera. Good, because she know good and goddamn well he cannot walk. So she looks in the camera with her dizzy ass.
Come on. Yeah. Stand up. You done? You done? I love you. What's your stories? Okay. You gotta get down. Let me check it out. I changed it up before we got in here, but let's try it. Oh yeah, you can do it.
Now this is the part that confused me. Although I did have this video on my last live, I forgot to say, when she opened up his pants, how does she know he pooped or not? Because I mean, does his poop have a color of maybe blood that you could see on the back of the diaper? Because I know me, and I know you mothers out there in the chat, I'm sure, when you check your child's diaper, don't you look inside the diaper, not the pants, and hold a diaper, right? She didn't pull the diaper out, she pulled the pants out. So how do you know he pooped? Now I know you most likely can smell it, but to pull the pants out in front of the camera as though that's how you know he needs to be changed, I'm confused. Because I know damn well I used to look inside the diaper, because sometimes the baby will be grunting or something, you thinking that they, pooped and they probably just passed gas. So you look in the diaper to see, is it really poop or did they pass gas? You understand what I'm saying? So I mean, I just put it out there. I mean, shit. I'm not trying to pick and, but I'm just trying to, point out shit like, because we supposed to be dumb, right? Right on. So yeah, just wanted to bring that to y'all attention too.
You need your butt changed. You need your butt changed.
And then when she said you need your butt changed, bitch never changed this goddamn diaper. She never changed him. She put him down. She said, "Oh, you want to get down?" And that was the end of that until Sunday came. And when Sunday, by the time Sunday got there, he had been in there in that whatever he had been in for a good amount of more time. So therefore his butt was raw and itchy and sore, I'm sure. So that's why he was crying and shit. And then, Sunday trying to figure out, well, what's wrong? Well, bitch, you don't know how long he been in that shit, if that's what it was. And even if it was piss, you don't know how long he's been in it before you showed up, because she ain't gonna tell your ass. She been too busy waiting for you to get there to do it for her. The man that's doing her hair damn sure ain't gonna tell you, because he wants to get paid to do her damn hair. You see what I'm saying? And then she brings her ass up in there. I'm thinking that, she's an upstanding woman. She bring her ass off in there. She don't give a fuck about nothing but getting hair done and getting makeup on. And when she can get her goddamn hair done, she surrounds herself by people that are like her. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like they ain't shit. And then she treats them like when they doing shit for her and they allow it. Like what? Man, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Matter of fact, I don't even fucking want to get it. See that? Yeah, that's yeah, exactly that right there.
Why is Mark Zuckerberg?
Hi, this is.
Hold on,
How
y'all.
can I help?
I for myself. And then it's like, not for a couple months. I'm talking about I did this for years. Like, from 20 to 25. A little bit of 26. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? That right there is like kind of, it's messing me up. It's messing me up, I swear. Why? And it got nothing to do with that person. It has all to do with the person that allowed it. You feel me? And then it's like, like, I'm more upset at myself. I'm mad at myself, you know? I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at myself. Sometimes I hate myself. And it shows. It's not good. Myself. And then it's like, not for a couple months. I'm talking about I did this for years. Like, from 20 to 25. A little bit of 26. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? That right there is like kind of, it's messing me up. It's messing me up, I swear. Why? And it got nothing to do with that person. It has all to do with the person that allowed it. You feel me? And then it's like, understand, Trey. Like, I'm more upset at myself. I'm mad at myself, you know? I'm mad at myself. I'm mad at myself. Sometimes I hate myself. And it shows. It's not good. I feel myself. And then it's like, not for a couple months. I'm talking about I did this for years. Like, from 20 to 25. A little bit of 26. Like, why? You know what I'm saying? That right there is like, kind of, it's messing me up. It's messing me up, I swear. Why? It ain't got nothing to do with that person. It has all to do with the person that allowed it. You feel me? And then it's like,
All right, enough of that BS. Let's get on over to Junior. Like I said, let's check out Junior and Coach Calvin, y'all. I found it because that other one was clickbait. Let's check out Junior. Now, I have never seen Junior do that before. That's something new. I've never seen Junior hit himself in the head like that. That is something very new. Now, I believe that he hit himself in the head just like he puts those 4 fingers in his mouth. It's when he's feeling overwhelmed, he's feeling frustrated, he's feeling high anxiety. He doesn't know what's going on. And notice that he does these type of things when the environment is extremely loud and most likely very new to him, but more so loud. And they have him doing things that they don't normally allow him to do. So to introduce new things to him and think that he's supposed to act like it's normal to him, it's sending his anxiety through the roof. Because Junior is, everybody knows, and I'm sure, this is how I feel as though this is how Junior is feeling, that I'm always in a stroller or, someone's holding me or I'm stashed somewhere that we don't know where or how or what or where, but confined wherever it is. Not really no interaction more so than anything. Okay? Not much interaction from his mother, first and foremost. And because she keeps him away from her family members now, so they won't expose her ass when she don't give them any money or do what they want her to do, So all these things I feel as though are very new to Junior So it's sending his anxiety through the roof, and he's feeling very overwhelmed, or what they call it, overstimulated. Okay, same thing, overstimulated, and so he doesn't know anything to do but either clasp his hands. Maybe that doesn't work that well anymore for him. So maybe he's graduated to putting his four fingers, his hands in his mouth. Now I've known him to do put them hands in his mouth, the four fingers in his mouth, all the way back. So that's not nothing new. I've seen him do this before on a few previous videos from the past. I should say, not even previous, but from the past, videos from the past. But the hitting in the head, now that I've never seen him do. But then again, mind you, we're starting to see more of Junior. Okay? We're starting to see more of Junior. Why? All of a sudden? We don't know yet. We can suspect, but we don't know for sure what her angle is yet on that. None other than to keep those doggone stream subs up to par. Because now that she wasn't able to have her way with Blueface, now she's in compete mode. Oh, she's in high narcissistic compete mode now. Oh, nigga, you didn't want to acknowledge me after I put this down, spent 5 hours of getting this pink wig on for you? You know, my body in check. I'm looking good. I done drove up in a nice rental car or whatever the hell, wherever she got the damn car from. And you not going to show everybody that I'm that number one bitch? Okay. Well, how about I'm going to make sure that I keep more subs than you to outdo you. It's another sign of competing against Blueface, just like the boxing. It's obvious. It's so damn obvious. It is so, I mean, you can see through her like freaking water. You can see through her like a clean Windex ass window. Okay? Krishan ain't fooling nobody but her damn self and them damn tarts that follow her. When she gonna realize that? I don't know. Probably never. But who gives a fuck? She better make sure that baby all right. Okay, so let's keep it going. So she got Coach Calvin on the team of trying to control the narrative, holding, got Junior standing up on his feet, club feet probably hurting like all outdoors. His sensories is all. Maybe he feels the pain, maybe he don't, because we already know when he hurt, he does know how to cry when he feels pain. So therefore, maybe maybe he don't feel it. I don't think he feels it. I don't think he feels it. I think there's something going on with Junior legs that he don't feel pain like we think he would, or should. To be honest, because we've seen him cry. We thought Junior didn't cry no tears. Junior had a face full of tears when when he was sitting in that poopy pissy diaper for for however long, and then old girl comes along and then she asks Krishan, "You think it's that thing?" It probably was that thing, because him sitting in a poopy pissy diaper irritated it, and whatever else is going on around it or with it. So damn. All right, y'all. I want to go ahead and start getting you guys up here because I know it's getting late and it is Monday and y'all got to go to work. It's later in certain areas. I don't want to spend too much time on the videos because we'll mess around and not. So let me see. Let me put the link in the chat, and hopefully y'all will be able to get it like that. So y'all can come up and let's talk about all this bullshit, y'all. dropping the link right about now. And hopefully, all right, that's the link. I hope it works, y'all. I hope it works. I hope y'all hit the link to come up on the panel because it's time, y'all. Let me see, new layout. Uh-oh, well, hold on, not that. I hope that y'all be able to come up here because I didn't put the link out, but I don't know how it worked. Yeah, and maybe some more stuff to it. Let me know if y'all can figure it out too. I don't know if maybe I need to take this down first or what's going on. I'm trying to figure it out, y'all. Somebody hit the link and let me see if we can get you up here. Maybe I need to turn this off. Let me stop this and get my cell phone up here too. All right. Anybody got the link? Want to come on up? Try it and let's see how it works. If it don't work, let me know. Navy Beans, I know she ran off the road while streaming. I heard about that. I put the link out, y'all. Anybody want to come up? You don't have to turn your camera on. You can use your avatar or your what have you. Maybe do I need to drop it again, y'all? This is my first time using it, so don't get mad if it don't work, y'all. I figured out how to do it. They say this is how you do it. So mods, if y'all know, help me out, mods. If you know how it works, help me out, mods. It's not working. This is the link right here where it says this is the link right here where it says streamyard.com IP353. This is it right here. Do I need to start it for y'all? Yeah, this is it right. This right here with the star on it. If y'all can see the star. I don't know if y'all can see the star, but has anybody hit that link? It didn't work. It's in the chat. It ain't working, y'all. I think you do have to sign in the StreamYard, everybody. I think you do. And it has where I can send the instructions. You want me to send the instructions, but I don't know how to message. It says either email for the instructions. It says either email you, messenger you. Let me see. Instructions for guests. Okay, so Navy Beans, you said you just tried it and it didn't work. You gotta do your settings. You have to go into your Chrome settings and allow the mic. Go to settings in your Chrome and click allow microphone in your Chrome settings. Those, I think it's like the three buttons. Those three buttons at the top of your Chrome off to the right. And then let me make sure too while I'm sitting here. Yeah, and then go scroll and then go all the way down to settings, and that's where you'll find where you can turn your mic on. Deborah, you say, oh, okay, damn shame what she's doing to that little boy. She using him for clout. Almost three, still in Pampers and drinking a bottle. Club feet. He can't see or hear. She don't give a damn about him. Obviously. Okay. Oh, we got somebody. All right, now that's what I'm talking about. Let me get you up here on the
Miss
stage. All
Gemini,
right.
hello.
What's up? What's up? We did it. We did it. We did it. We did it. I'm so
We
excited.
did, and I am so technologically challenged. Like I feel so accomplished right now.
Me too, honey. Me too, girl. Me too. So
Oh
don't
my
feel
God,
bad.
it's so nice to talk to you. I really love your voice and your personality. You
Thank
remind me
you.
of another person on YouTube who you guys just have a great voice, great personality, and a lot of common sense. And I really vibe with that.
Yes, thank you so much, so much. So, what you think
Wow.
about what's been going on? I mean, first of all, what do you think about this Coach Calvin holding, standing him up, going along with with the narrative, having
I
Junior
think
standing.
I think everybody around her is very weird.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is so obvious that something is going on, and I get it. Something's going on. You don't just give up on a person. You don't just run away from them. But the fact that no one encourages her to do better, no one puts a foot down, no one says no, we're not going along with this the way you say. I've been thinking about this deeply for some time now because she's honestly, Rock is polarizing. She draws so much attention, but not positive attention. It's really negative attention. And there was a time where I liked her. I'm over that because what she was doing in pregnancy and after the baby was born was just disgusting. But
mm-hmm.
I'm shocked no one has ever said to her, because I think what's wrong, part of what's wrong is that she's afraid to be persecuted, maybe charged criminally if she takes the baby in and really has him checked out and allows the doctors to do what they need to do. She's afraid of that. I'm
Yeah,
surprised nobody in her camp or in her family has said, give guardianship of the baby to someone else legally and have them tend to him without
exactly.
removing her from his life. Do something in the background done legally where she can, quite possibly escape legal prosecution, but still the baby be allowed to thrive and just grow
Right.
in a more healthy manner. I'm surprised none of those people have said, give us like the pastor and his wife, or even the
Mm-hmm.
coach and his wife, somebody
Right.
who has the means to take care of the child. I don't really mean her family. Her family's riddled with child protective cases and abuse and
Right.
problems, but
Right.
somebody, because Krishan does go into rooms and sit with people with money, with
Mm-hmm.
access, with power.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe nobody has stepped up for Junior. So they're all a bunch of weirdos. And I
Right.
hope one of these days they all get what's coming to them, because I
Yes.
could not stand it. I don't know if I could be in her presence and be allowed to be close to Junior. And I don't know if I could trust myself to not pick that thing up and run away with him and just
Exactly.
run to a hospital. I couldn't control the urge. So I don't understand what these people are doing, how hardened their hearts are. To,
I know.
like, I would risk going to jail if I could help that kid, but
Exactly. Yeah, that's how it makes you feel. Yes, exactly.
yeah, it's really sad. It's really, really sad. And I get it that she's a moneymaker for people, but I know she's not making that much money.
No, I
It
don't
can't
believe so
be
either.
that much
Mm-mm.
to assuage someone's conscience of this. Like I would feel so guilty. I'd be so afraid of the fires of hell that I would be
Yes.
expecting in the afterlife because
Mm-hmm.
of these people just ignoring this poor baby. And I want
Mm-hmm.
to tell you something else, Miss Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Today, something came into my mind, and I remembered something I saw some time ago about a genetic condition called angel man syndrome. I hope
Mm.
everybody's listening and they capture that and maybe take time when they have to research it. Junior fits almost every single criteria of Angelman syndrome. And it's
Really?
a chromosomal disorder. These children and adults, because they can grow and live to be adults, they can live to be a normal, the normal life expectancy of up to 80 years, but they're severely impaired,
Right.
their bodies, they look just like how Junior looks, can't walk. A lot of them can't hardly talk. They suffer from seizures and
Right.
absentia, all kinds of stuff. Even his facial structure and the back of his head. You see how
Right.
the back of his head is so flat? It might
Yes.
not be that she's always laying him down. People afflicted with Angelman syndrome have flat backs of their heads.
Hmm.
Even his teeth, they have very wide smiles. Junior has a
Right.
big wide smile, and their teeth are set far apart. I always
Right.
thought his teeth looked like Ronnie's teeth, but now I'm thinking that kid has angel man syndrome. That's why he's
Right.
always happy, even though he lives such a miserable life. That's why
Right.
he's always mostly smiling.
Right.
But
Miss
when
what is it,
uh
Ari?
huh,
Is it Ari
yes,
one?
Miss
Can
Ari,
you
yes,
please
honey.
do me a favor and try and tell the people how you got on, because there's some people want to come up but they don't know how to do it. Did you have to download StreamYard?
No, I didn't download it. I just pressed the link, and it
Mm-hmm.
took me to StreamYard. And then if you're like signed into Google and everything, it'll show you all the accounts that you have signed into your phone. So I literally just pressed my own account, and it took me in, and I just kept going through the little steps. It just keeps prompting you. And at one point, I did get a little bit stuck, and I
Mm-hmm.
just simply hit like the refresh button in the StreamYard page that I was in, and
Mm-hmm.
I all of a sudden I heard your voice, and I was like, oh, like hearing angels. I couldn't believe I did it.
Look, and I was hearing the same on my end because I was like, "Oh, I got one." It felt like catching fish when you go fishing. Like, "Oh,
Yes, yes.
I
And it gives you
got
the
one."
option to use your camera or not. I didn't turn my camera on because I
Oh yeah,
look
that's
a
what I was
hot
saying. You don't have
mess.
to use your camera because, honey, I didn't comb my hair, so I ain't using my camera this
Yes,
time.
girl, me too. Same here, same here. I'm a hot mess laying in the bed. But it was
Yes.
really simple, you guys. You can do it. Just hit the link to the StreamYard and follow the prompts. And if it gets a little stuck, a little slow on the StreamYard page, just hit the refresh button at the top and you'll just pop in. I'm so excited. I can't
Awesome.
believe I did it.
I know. I'm excited too. I am so happy you were able to do it. You are the first
Yeah.
one. First
I was on
one.
it. I was looking like, where's the link? I was looking all in the wrong place, and then I thought, oh, it's in the chat, you big dummy.
You're right. I was hey,
Yeah.
it gets complicated because I was like, dang, how do you even do it? I thought I
Yes,
knew how at first, and I was like, well, wait a minute, what happened? So,
yes.
yeah,
I'm a little technologically challenged because I'm an old head. I'm
H-
51, and I
hey,
didn't
I'm
grow
right
up
there
with
with
this
you, honey. I'm right
technology.
there with you.
Right.
I'm
I didn't
right there
grow up with
with
this
you.
technology. So it's not that I
Yes,
can't do it because I'm an excellent reader and writer. I
right,
literally think it's that I get intimidated. And so
right, yeah.
I feel a little lost and intimidated and scared. But I'm so glad I did it because now I feel like, woo, I'm a genius. I'm gonna call all my sisters tomorrow and tell them
That you made it on the YouTube
I
live,
did it. I
honey.
use
Yes.
StreamYard.
I know that's right.
And I
I
can't
hope
believe I'm
everybody else
talking
can
on
figure it out.
YouTube. This is exciting.
Yes.
I feel like I'm talking to you like I'm talking to a famous person. Like I'm like,
I
oh
wish.
my God, I'm mingling with celebrities. Like
I
I'm
wish
feeling
I was
glamorous.
one. And see
You
that's the
are to
problem.
me. You are
Th-
to me.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. But you know what?
Yes,
I'm the type of person. I'm so down to earth, and I get frustrated because someone like Rashawn and Blueface and all of them, they and even a Carlissa, especially her because she's in our age bracket too, honey. And it's like shame on
yeah,
you because I mean this is just internet stuff. Y'all ain't are y'all are not in
yeah.
no big time movies and
They
I mean
know better.
come on, like it's not that major.
Yeah.
But they try to
Like
act like they just
honestly,
so better than everyone else. Like, no.
I understand Junior is a big, like Junior, everybody sees him. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, he's so
Mm-hmm.
sweet. Everybody thinks that when they look at him.
Yes.
Krishan does not do the work that she's supposed to do with him, so it's not that hard for her. But a
Right.
real mother, a real grandmother, a real auntie, a real family member that would love that child would be
Yes.
overwhelmed with the work that it takes. But
Mm-hmm.
at the same time, like to see him over there like that, suffering, knowing what he comes from, it's so heartbreaking. I can't believe that Blueface and his family haven't went to court and put in paperwork to have the child DNA tested in an American court of law and then removed from her. They
Right.
literally wouldn't even have to take care of that baby. They could hire nannies and nurses and have the majority of the heavy load on someone else while they just foot the bill. They're kind
Right.
of evil, not taking care of their own baby if it's their baby. Because I don't know if I believe it's Blueface baby because she's so loose. She's a loose woman. You know, that's
And
what
you
we
know
called them
what?
back in my day.
My thing is with that, if you're so in love with him, why wouldn't you take good care of his baby to, draw
Right.
him in? So that lets you
That
know also that it's
mhm.
not his baby because for
That's what
you
makes
to
me
have
think
that
it's
much of
not.
an obsession with him and so much, allegedly so in love with him, then you would
Yeah,
think the common sense, well, let me take good care of his baby even though I did what I did. Let me try to
right.
fix it to let him know I love our child. So therefore he would be
Yep.
like, okay, well then yeah, that's my baby and I'm gonna help you. But she's not doing that. And that's where she
No.
gets, that's where she
Because
fucks up.
because
Basically.
she's a psychopath. She really
Yeah.
doesn't love Blue. She wants Blue. Like how you
Yeah.
always say she's a narcissist and she wants to
Yeah.
control him and
Yes.
compete with him. She
Mm-hmm.
wants to control and compete with him. But she
Yes.
doesn't really love him. That's why she don't love her child. She don't love herself.
Mm-hmm.
She's a real psychopath. And that's why she hasn't realized if I was to get off of this bull crap that I'm doing. If
Mm-hmm.
she was to stop what she's doing now and just say, I'm going to live for my son, and what I stream will be the journey of his development. I'm going to admit what I did, and I'm going to get him the help that he needs, and I will stream that. She will double her subscribers. I would pay for that, and I can't
Thank you.
stand that heifer. She
Yep.
would have 10 million followers because she's got 4.5 million. She
Hmm.
would have 10 million followers, and the
Mm-hmm.
money would be pouring in because you know the rock stars love to send her money. But she's so stupid, she's stopping her own bag while destroying her child. She's so dumb because she's really psychopathic. She's really mentally unwell. Like I
There you
seriously
go.
believe
Right
she
there.
has
She's mentally
she's
unstable.
seriously mentally ill. I really believe she has dissociative identity disorder, meaning she's back in the day they call that multiple personalities. And I think she has other things on top of that. She has delusions of grandeur. And I think spiritually she holds a bloodlust within her. She's a killer. She likes to end life. She killed her poor little doggy, as far as I'm concerned, all because what? It wasn't easy. It wasn't convenient. We've all seen her throw that dog around, and her own sister Chastity has come online and said one day Junior was like working her nerve because the poor baby's crying, he's suffering. And she Chastity said she got so mad she like cracked him over the head and tossed him in a closet. I do not think that that is something her sister would make up. That
I
is
don't either. I don't
severe.
either. I
That
don't either.
that's
That's
a
diabolical.
serious allegation, and it's severe. I don't think
Yes.
she made that up. And just like with everything else, when somebody's saying something true about Rock, she barely addresses it. She will not say she
No,
did that or
she'll
that's what's
never
going on,
admit.
or
She'll never admit
she won't even deny it. She won't even negate
that part. Yeah, not
right.
even that.
She says
She just
nothing.
acts
When
like, yeah, mm-hmm,
like it
mm-hmm.
didn't happen. Like
Exactly. Yes.
when they doxed her medical records and Junior's medical stuff, she
Mm-hmm.
never said a word. The
No.
way I would have been online saying, "This is not true, I'm
Right.
going to sue everybody," it would have been on. She
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do that because
Nope.
it's true.
Nope.
She's real, real crazy, and she does not love that baby. I think she thinks she loves that baby. But what's happening with her and Junior right now is she's siphoning all his energy because
Yes.
he's the only thing that's
Yes.
got a lot of people hanging on watching her. She is so boring. She's so boring. She has
She
nothing
is.
to talk about on her stream besides Blue, and she drags that baby up on the stream when she wants more attention. It's not because she
Exactly.
loves her baby and she want to share the time and the space and the energy with him. Because Junior don't even look like he's having a good time when he's with her. And the
But the thing
stunts that
is,
she pulls,
you know what the thing is that gets me? When he's hurting, she doesn't try to find out why he's hurting or what's wrong with him.
right?
She just makes up her own narrative and always want to say he's sleepy. Just for instance, like the video in
Yeah,
the hair shop when she said, you know, when Sunday showed up and she handed him to her, you know, Sunday handed Junior to her because she said give him to me. And so he had his hands in his mouth and then when Junior, when Sunday asked for him back, she said, you know, he only cries like that when he poops. And what did she do? Pop, pop, pop on his butt. Well, if he pooped, why are you popping him on his behind? You're
right.
trying to
Uh
mash it up
huh.
in it. You know what I'm saying? So she doesn't even think in her little pea brain mind what she
Right.
does because she's
She
so
doesn't.
used to doing it. She's so used to hurting him that even the cameras, and then too, she's not focused. This girl has high level of ADHD, you know. Oh
Hmm.
my God. So
And
to the point to
listen.
where she doesn't even, you know, she just doesn't,
She doesn't
she,
have a maternal bone in her body or
that
instinct.
either.
She just
Yeah.
doesn't have it. And like I
Mm-hmm.
said, she's mentally ill. Let me tell you something about Rock. Rock is not just mentally ill. She's mentally delayed.
Yeah.
She's one
She
step
is.
above Down syndrome or
Mm-hmm.
mental retardation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that in a scornful way or
Right.
teasing or I'm saying it as as the medical terminology that it is. She
Right.
is
Yes.
seriously mentally delayed. She has
Yes.
the mental maturity of a child. And I think it's
Yes.
maybe a prepubescent child to a young teenager. She's not functioning at normal.
At the
She's not a normal
at the
person.
normal age level,
She's
basically.
not
Yeah.
she requires care.
Yeah.
That's why she's so dirty. She
Mm-hmm.
can't keep up with her personal hygiene. She can't
Mm-hmm.
keep up with
Mm-hmm.
bills. People have to get homes in their
Mm-hmm.
names for her. She
Mm-hmm.
can't keep up with things because she's mentally delayed. So right now,
Yes.
Junior, with all his mental and physical delays, is in the hands of a mentally delayed, psychotic, fame hungry individual who lives in a perpetual childlike mind state. But it's like the evil child. It's
But you
like
know what?
Damien.
And this is why I said also in one of my past lives I said because I have been trying to research Krishan's issues too because I said that you will know why she does the things and why she doesn't do a lot of things for Junior because of how she is. And my thing is I came up with she gives a lot of signs and symptoms of low spectrum autism. If you look up
Uh-huh.
low spectrum autism, she has all the signs and symptoms. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm
As
not
far
I'm
as
not
the not
surprised.
being clean, and as far as not, growing up and acting the age that she is. And you know why I know this? I keep saying it. I'm not embarrassed because I know I attend to my daughter. My daughter, I have a 15-year-old daughter. Okay, sometimes when you have a child, in a late age, anything can happen. Okay, and I
Right,
believe
right.
that that's a lot of the reason why my child has this issue. Because
I
I
have a
had her at
child.
damn near
I
40.
have a
I was
32-year-old
39.
daughter. I have a 32-year-old daughter, and I had
Mm-hmm.
her young, but she's on the spectrum. Even though
Mm-hmm.
I was very young when I had her,
Mm-hmm.
But if you do what you're supposed to do with them kids, I had her in school at 3 years old in the Kennedy
Mm-hmm.
Child Study Center here in New York City, one of
Mm-hmm.
the top preschools for toddlers with issues. She's
Yes.
32 right now. She
Mm-hmm.
works for the Catholic Church, Opus Dei, and she works in a lawyer's office. Very accomplished girl, very
Mm-hmm.
clean, very
Mm-hmm.
responsible, lives on her own since she was 18. And my
Mm-hmm.
daughter's on the spectrum.
See, that's good.
It, but
That
it's
is
the
very
way,
good.
and she's 32, and I'm so proud of her. She's my angel. She takes care of
Oh,
me now. You know what I mean?
yes. Mm-hmm.
And she didn't talk till she was 5, honey.
Mm.
You would tell her, say apple, honey, and she'd be like, say apple. She had
Right.
delays. They would show her pictures of teddy bears and ask her which teddy bear is not right. She couldn't tell that there was a teddy bear there without a head. She
Right.
had real issues. But now, forget about it. She's excelled beyond all expectation. And it's
Awesome.
because I tried. Me and my mother. My mother helped me. We tried.
Right.
We kept her in good school. We kept on
Yes.
top of everything. And she didn't grow up like Rock. Like,
Right.
Rock grew up disgusting. That's not an excuse for her behavior, but she
Right.
grew up disgusting. And from what I
Right.
understand, their mother used to pass those girls around. And even if her mother
Wow.
didn't do that to her because she was the baby, because at a
Mm-hmm.
point you get everybody gets tired of everything. Even
Right.
if her mother didn't do it to her, that stuff is in their bloodline. That's what
Well,
she learned. She learned to be a hoe.
my thing
She
is
learned to
the
be a
fact.
disgusting hoe.
Yeah, and but my thing is that but look at how many look at how I don't even know how old China is, but I know China has got to be somewhere in her 40s. So if
Yeah,
China is the age she is, you know doggone well that by the time Krishan's mother had her, she was up there
she
in
was
age
slowing
too. So
down.
there
Yeah,
and she was up there in age. So that's why she has, like you said, the spectrum, you know,
yeah.
the
and
spectrum
the
symptoms.
destructive upbringing because that
Yes, all
will
that.
traumatize
Yeah.
your
Mhm.
physical, your mental growth. Krishan was that kid in school that had her own teacher because she
Mm.
couldn't sit still. And people,
Mhm.
these
See?
rocktards be believing that she went to college. She didn't even graduate high school. Why have we
Mm.
never seen a picture of her in her cap and gown? Maybe she went
Mhm.
to prom because she's that bold. But
Right.
Ronnie said she did not even graduate high school. And
Wow.
she,
See there?
and think about it. Does she speak like a college educated person?
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
Not even when she's trying to sound
Mhm.
intelligent. She cannot. She listen. I'm Puerto Rican and Dominican. I'm a
Uh-huh.
Latin woman born here in this
I
country. I'm
love it. I
full
love the
American.
Dominicans and the
I
Puerto Ricans. I need to.
okay,
You got any
Marita.
brothers? You got any uncles? Yeah. I mean, you
Not
know.
any good ones. Not any good ones. But I speak English and Spanish. Spanish was my first language.
Mhm.
It One of my biggest pet peeves is when a person only speaks one language and speaks it so badly. She can
Yeah.
barely speak English. She
Right.
be
Yeah.
sounding crazy. She
Mhm.
drops letters from words, and I can tell she's doing it on purpose. And she relishes in her stupidity because it's her natural state of being, and it's
Yes.
easier. It's
Yes.
easier,
Yes.
it's more comfortable for her. She doesn't
Mhm.
like to speak properly. But
Mhm.
aside from all the delays and the malfunctions that she has, as
Mhm.
stupid as she is, because I think she's as dumb as a box of rocks, pun
Yes,
intended.
I
Sh-
think that's why Blueface
As
named her Krishan Rock,
rock, because
because
she
he
got a head
always
hard as a rock. As
that
stupid as
and
she
then he
is,
feels like she's dumb as a box. I think it was a little bit
yeah,
of both.
she is. As stupid as she is, another characteristic that she has is she's very cunning. You don't have to be
Mhm.
smart to be cunning and
Right, and
sneaky
manipulative, very
and
manipulative.
manipulative. Yes,
Mhm.
manipulative. She's so manipulative, and a lot of people out here are slow, and that's why they follow her
Yeah.
because they're like her, and it gives them hope that maybe they'll have success one day too. But what
Mhm.
Krishan is living is not really success.
It's
She is
not.
miserable, just like she was crying, and she said, "Oh, I hate myself sometimes." We know, we see it. Yeah,
Mhm.
you hate yourself because
Mhm.
if she really wanted to keep the man, and you know what your man like, you do what your man like. The
Exactly.
reason Blue always runs back to Jaden is because Jaden, to her, to the best of her abilities, She knows how to keep a home. She
Yes.
makes a home for her children.
Yes, she
She has
does.
domestic qualities. How you think I got
Mm-hmm.
my man? My man
Mm-hmm.
staying here happy as a clam because I make a home for us. I keep him
Right.
comfortable as I can because that's what's naturally in me. I always make jokes and say I'm the Dominican Martha Stewart and I'm a
Hmm.
domestic goddess. But that's the natural way for a woman to be. I'm not saying every woman got to be like that, but that
Right.
comes to a lot of us naturally. And seeing that she won't adhere to it. You see what Jaden did for Blue for Father's Day? That was beautiful. He didn't even
You know
deserve
what? I
all of
didn't
that.
see it yet. I missed it. I
Oh,
haven't
she
seen it
had a
yet.
whole setup waiting for him when he came downstairs from I guess he was sleeping upstairs in the morning at breakfast. And he mentioned later in the video that she had bought him breakfast in bed for Father's Day. That's
Mm.
of domestic quality in a woman. And when he came downstairs, she had the whole big dining room table set up with a giant thing of balloons, balloons everywhere, just beautiful. It was just a beautiful setup. The kids were all dressed up and they were all like, surprise, happy Father's Day. She showed
Oh.
him a lot of love and care when he don't even deserve it. He don't even deserve it. He's so
Now I was
awful to
about to
her.
say too, and I was about to butt in and say he don't even deserve it,
He don't even deserve
she
it.
knows him
But
better
that's
than
what he
anybody
likes.
though. Yeah,
Yeah, but
she
that's
knows
what
him
he
better than
likes.
anybody. Yeah.
He likes a
Mm-hmm.
woman to keep the house. Why you think
Right.
every time he bring girls over there, he order them to cook? I'm surprised he hasn't made them clean yet.
Mm-hmm.
Nevaeh got stuck with all the cleaning, but he likes
Yeah.
that. He
Yeah.
likes domesticated women. Rock
Right.
wannabes. If he really was in her house in Baltimore, I know he got fed up with her because first of all, she got air mattresses. That's whack. Even if you want
Right.
to put your bed on the floor, buy a real mattress. Nobody's gonna
Mm-hmm.
sleep good on an air mattress. And she don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to keep a home. She don't know how to cook. Remember
Nope.
one time she
She
tried to
sure
make
doesn't.
burgers for him?
I
She put the
remember.
burgers in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, what do
Mm-hmm.
you? She has no idea what to do about anything in the household
Anything.
because she was raised like a little rabid animal from place to place and she
That's
never
why she
had
eats
her
like
own
one.
room. Yeah, she eats like she's always starving. I think it's also because she's doing drugs. I'm sorry, I hope I can say that. I think she's doing substances and
You
like
think that's why
partially
it is?
I think she's partially starving herself to maintain her weight, and she
Right.
does a lot of drugs. And then when you starve yourself and you doing drugs, by the time you get to eat, you starving. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like
Yeah.
or drinking, all those
Wow.
things in combination. Like, but I do think she's also rage baiting. Like she knows that she likes that attention. She knows some people laugh at it, and she knows some people hate it. But you
Right.
can't act like that with a man and then still expect him to
Thank
think
you.
you
Now
look
that
cute.
part. That
That's
part.
not
That
cute. He
part.
gonna find
Yeah, it's
another
not at
chick that
all.
look
It's
like you,
not.
but know how to sit at the table and eat with cutlery. I'll
Exactly.
leave a
And
sheet.
and she doesn't even know there's a time and place for everything. You know, if that's for clicks and views or what have you, but you don't do that in real
Right.
time with the man that you call
She do that
yourself, you
in
know, in a relationship with.
restaurants.
Like, come on
Oh
now.
my gosh. She does it in
God.
restaurants and then you know what disgusts me? She does not wash her hands. I know she don't wash
Oh,
her hands for
nope, she
nothing.
doesn't.
And then
Mm-mm,
she picks
mm-mm.
up all her food with her hands. And then she touching the
Yes.
baby's
And
face.
digs
And
in her nose. She's always fiddling with a
oh
nasty
my
ass
God.
nose. Poor Junior
She's
got to
always
get it
rubbing that
rubbed on
nose
his
because
head.
she's always putting
She-
something up in her nose. That's why she's always rubbing it. She don't
See.
know how to hide her drug use. She don't know how to
Mm-hmm.
hide it.
No,
That's
she
why
don't know
she's
how to
always
hide anything.
sniffling. Oh my gosh, she's so disgusting. But like I said, that's a mentally delayed person who was handed a mentally delayed child. If I didn't see her give birth, I would be on this internet claiming that that's a man.
Hmm.
Cause she act like an unruly man, like a caveman.
She
I
really
never even seen
does.
a
And
man
you know
eat
what?
like
She
she
could be
eats.
confused. She could be confused and not knowing what direction she wants to
Well,
even go in. She
I
could be
think
confused.
one of her multiple personalities, one of her alters is
Mm-hmm.
a man
Yeah.
because it probably came out when her psyche was broken at some point and she needed protection. And that's how that alter was born. She has
Hmm.
several of them. She has the teenager, the
Mm-hmm.
man,
The
the
baby.
church
Don't forget the
lady,
baby.
the
Don't forget the
baby.
baby.
Yeah, she's got a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of them.
Yeah.
She's a real nutcase.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
know what's going on, but I did hear someone say that Junior is really her karma. And that's why nobody's coming to rescue him.
Mm-hmm.
because he is the one who's going to expose her, even if it comes down to an unfortunate ending for him.
Mm-hmm.
That's how people are going to find out who Rock really is. That's his like path in life. Like Junior's job here is to expose her. But if she
They
would have done
thank you.
right
There
by
you
him,
go. There you go.
if she
Yep.
would have done right by him, he would have elevated her. Like I said, if she made her
Exactly.
stream about just taking care of the baby and doing right by him and taking parenting classes, learning how to keep a house, keep,
Mm-hmm.
a proper nanny with her or give guardianship to someone who's gonna better care for him. If she would have done that, Junior would have elevated her in life. But since she's chosen
Definitely.
this path, Junior is the
Definitely.
one who's going to expose her. No matter what anybody else says online, it doesn't matter. Nobody's gonna catch her until she goes too far with Junior.
Oh
Until
yes,
she goes too
definitely.
far.
And
Yep.
with her stupidity, she's going to do it so sloppily. She's going to do it so sloppy to where it is
Yep.
going to be her capture.
She
It's
don't
not going to
even
be no
understand what
the
she's
higher ups
doing.
and whoever else. No, it's not going to be none of that. She's going to do it
She
so
don't even
sloppy.
understand
Yeah,
what
because
she's
yeah, she don't.
doing.
Yeah, she does it. She
She
damn
should
sure
not
does it.
have that baby online. She's
Yep.
exposing herself more and
Mm-hmm.
more every day.
Mm-hmm.
This is not
Mm-hmm.
cute.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. You never see Junior at the park. You never see Junior at therapy. You never see Junior swimming in the pool.
Nope.
You never you never see any activities with other children for Junior. Where you see Junior? At the smoke shop, at the beauty parlor,
Curled up in the
at the
stroller.
nail salon,
Mm-hmm.
curled up in the stroller, folded up like a pretzel. You
Oh
never
yeah.
see her doing
Mm-hmm.
anything for him. Everything she's
N-
doing is cosplay. She's
yep.
cosplaying being a mother.
Fake
She's
feeding him.
she's doing
He
what
can't eat nothing.
that and
Hmm.
that's what narcissists do. And I
I,
think the doctor
oh
told
yeah, I
her
know.
that she
Yep.
can't eat, that he can't eat, but she
Mm-hmm.
don't have the guts to come out and tell everybody he can't eat because immediately we're
Exactly.
gonna say, get him a G tube, get him a feeding tube.
Right.
She can't admit it. She knows what's wrong with Junior.
Yes,
He
she
has been
does.
to
Yes, she
doctors at
does.
times. I think she also knows his expiration date. She knows he doesn't
Well,
have a long expectancy of life.
I don't
I
think
really
she.
do
But you know
believe
what?
that.
I beg to differ on that one. No, I
That's why
beg to
she don't want
differ.
to spend money.
I know it, but you know what? I beg to differ on that. It's something in me. It's something in me, Ari, that I just do not believe Junior's going anywhere no time soon, no matter what his condition is.
I
Now,
think he's gonna last longer too.
yeah,
But I
longer
think
than
she thinks he's
expected.
gonna
Put it
go
like that.
soon.
Yeah,
I think
he
she thinks he's not gonna last because maybe a
exactly. There
doctor
you
told
go.
her that. But
Exactly.
I
I
think
don't think
God
he's
has
going nowhere no time soon. I
I think
don't.
God has other plans for Junior.
Thank you. There you go. That's what I'm
Because
talking
the
about.
way she's treating him, he should not be here now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
He
thank
should have
you.
been gone
Thank
already.
you.
God has other
Exactly.
plans for
And
him.
yes, he does. Yes, he
But I
does.
think the
That's what I've been
doctor told
saying.
her there's not a
Mm-hmm.
life quality, there's not expectance of good life quality for him, and I don't think he's gonna live long. And so she was like, well, I'm not spending money on this. And that's when she
Hmm.
concocted the story of, oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna listen to that. I'm gonna listen to God. That's crap. She doesn't believe that. Just like a regular narcissist, she's
Yeah.
copying behaviors. She's
Oh
copying
yes.
what
You
she
know it.
thinks is
Look,
mother-like
you know the
behavior.
narcissist real good too, don't you?
Oh yeah, because
Exactly,
I
girl.
had
You
one,
got
honey.
it
I
down
had
to a
one, and
science. I have
he
too. I
destroyed
have had
me.
one
I had one.
as a husband. I got one as a mother, honey.
hmm
Nah, it don't
I
get no
had one
better
when I
than
was young,
that.
and I was
Shoot.
with him for 7 years. I ended up
Mm-hmm.
at the end having a baby with him, and he
Mm-hmm.
did so much trauma to me in my 20s. I
They are
still
very
dwell on it.
traumatizing.
In
Yes.
my 50s, I'll still be trying to plot
Yes.
revenge, and I'll be like, "Stop it! God don't
You
like
know
that."
what? Mm-mm.
But if I could,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. It's
If I
not even
could,
worth it.
but my
Mm-hmm.
conscience don't let me. My conscience don't let me. But
Right.
he did so much damage to me, and
Yeah.
that's what Rock is going around in the world
But
doing.
that was
And
your
Lou
learning
is
process. That was
crazy
your
messing
learning
with her.
process. That was
Yeah,
your learning
I
process
learned a lot.
because my mother has done a lot of damage to me, and
Me
and it
too.
took me a long time
That's
to
how we
learn about
fall.
how they are, but I learned
Yep,
that you
that's
have to
how.
placate them. That's the only way
Yep,
that you can survive them in a conversation, being
that's
around
how you
them.
end up
You have to
in the
placate
arms
them.
of a narcissist. You
Yes, you
come
have to.
out of the household of a
Mhm.
narcissist. My mother was
Mhm.
terrible to me. She
Oh
was
my
still
goodness.
messing with me into my 30s till I
Hmm.
finally put my foot down. And I was like,
Mhm.
ma'am, I am not 17 years old and I don't live in your house
Thank
no more.
you.
You can
Thank
walk
you.
right out my door and you don't never got to come back here again because I done had enough of you all the
Exactly.
way through my
Yes.
30s.
Yes.
And thank God that's over. But I learned that because I was raised by a narcissistic mother, I
Mm-hmm.
easily fell into the hands of a narcissist. And
Yes,
I
me
look
too.
back and I can't believe the stuff I put up with.
I
And
know, me
that's
too.
what
I say
people are
the same
dealing with
thing.
in Rock's life.
Yes, 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 yes. That's how you learn about it.
Yep.
And and
That's how,
everything,
yep.
everything, you go through, it's a learning process, and I feel like at first I was pissed off and was like, why do I have to deal with this? And how come I
Yeah.
couldn't have a mother that I see on Facebook or, or talk to my,
Right.
talk
Or
to
your
people about,
friend's
your
mom.
friends. Yeah. And they, they're all
Yeah.
tight with their mom and you're just like, it makes you feel bad. It hurts you. It damages you to a certain extent. But
Yep.
then
Because they
as
plot in
time
your
went
life.
on, yeah, but as time go on, you're like, okay, now I get it. I've
Yep.
learned that I know to recognize it when I see it. That's not my
Yes.
mother, and that's more important because they can really do damage more so than she can.
Yep. Let me
So
tell you something.
yeah.
My mother lives with my sister now, and she moved in years ago. My mother's an elderly woman now, and
Mm-hmm.
she moved in years ago with my sister. And I tried to warn my sister, and I said, "Be careful. Mommy will come into your house with problems."
Mm-hmm.
And my sister was highly offended because I was the target in the narcissistic relationship. So my mother would turn my siblings against me. And after a little while, my sister called me and she literally apologized to me. And
Mm-hmm.
she told me what was going on in her house. My mother was trying to destroy my sister's marriage,
Mm.
talking bad about her husband to her, talking bad to her husband about my sister,
Mm-hmm.
trying to create division. And my sister said she realized what I meant, what I was saying. And she told her husband, Adi warned me about this. We have to stand strong together. Don't, we got to be a force against my mother while she's here. Because they're caring for her in her elderly years. Like she really
Right.
lucked out. And my sister literally apologized to me and said to me, I didn't understand what you were saying all those years. And I want to say I'm sorry to you because there were 5 years of our lives that I was purposely staying away from you and not talking to you. I didn't even know my sister was doing that to me, but
Mm.
I was the target. And she said, I'm so sorry I did that to you. When she said that to me, I could not even respond from the shock. My mouth just dropped. I was like,
Right.
you did? Like they were doing stuff to me behind my back. Nobody liked my baby daddy. And as soon as my mother got angry at me because I moved out and I wasn't under her rule no more, all of a sudden my baby daddy welcomed over there. They love him now. They
Mm.
sending her with the
Yeah.
baby. They sending him with the baby places when they would never do that in the past,
Right.
all because my mother wanted to hurt me. And, I love my baby's father, but he had some issues that I didn't always want to send the baby with him. He was a rapper too. He was a famous rapper
Really?
back in the day. Yeah.
Wow. And do you
I
care
don't
to
want
give
to
a
say
name?
too much, but he was in a group. He was in Nice and Smooth. Remember them?
No, I don't. But you
You
know
don't
what?
remember Nice and
I'm
Smooth?
from the West
Nice and
Coast, so I
Smooth
don't
and
know too many New
funky,
Yorkers.
also hip hop junkie. Anyway, they was a big old school hip hop group.
Okay,
And
okay.
nobody liked him when I was with him. Soon as
Oh
I broke
wow.
up with him, all of a sudden they sending the baby with him places. And I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
what are you people doing? Like, because there was a time I moved away and my daughter was with my mother because I
Mm-hmm.
was still under my mother's spell. And I was like, why would she send her with him when, without telling me? Because anything to, you know, get you when they're a narcissist. So if your
Mm-hmm.
mother treats you like that, you're gonna fall into the hands of a man like that. And
Yes.
right now, my
Yes.
husband
Yes.
that I
Yes.
have, we've been together over 20 years, and I prayed to God for him, and I asked God to please send me the complete opposite of my
Well,
my
it's
second
funny
baby
how
daddy, the narcissist.
it's funny how
The rapper wasn't the narcissist.
I
It
didn't
was
know
my
he
second
wasn't.
baby daddy.
You
Right.
wait,
He
wait,
was
wait.
he's
Your
not a
second
narcissist.
wait, wait. You said your second baby daddy was a narcissist or the first
My
one? Or
second
your baby
baby
daddy?
daddy was the
Oh, the
narcissist,
second.
not the
Okay.
rapper, not
Oh,
my
okay.
first
Okay.
baby daddy. He just
Okay.
didn't always have his act together, and I
Okay.
didn't
Got
always
you.
trust it. You know how it is. Women were more particular.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't want to
Yeah.
just be sending her with him. But the
Right.
second baby daddy, he was such a big narcissist, and I asked God to send me the complete opposite of him, and he did. He sent me a man twice his age, not of his culture, because my baby daddy was Puerto Rican and African American,
Mm-hmm.
My husband now is Jamaican, straight born from Kingston, a good, normal, natural, masculine man.
Black
But
man?
that narcissist I was with,
Is he
I
a
used
black
to
man?
think, oh, he's Jamaican. He's Jamaican black.
Oh
He
yeah.
was
Oh
naturally
girl. Now
Jamaican
see,
born.
yeah, you sure did hit jackpot because
I
that's one thing I do know for sure. That a
completely
Jamaican
reminds me
man
of
will
my
treat
father.
you better than American man, American black
He
man
takes
any
care of me
day
like
if
a
you
little
get the right
princess.
one.
And
I'm sorry.
yes,
Yeah,
he
that's
takes
just
care
true.
of me like a little
Yeah,
princess.
that's
And
what
we
I've been
not
looking
rich or
for.
nothing, but
Yeah,
whatever
it
he
don't have
got,
to
he
be
gives
just
it
the
to
point
me.
of knowing how to treat a
Yes,
woman. That's all I
he
ask. You
will
don't
cook
have
for
look
me.
here, shit.
He
We
will
can we
clean
can
for
make the money
me.
together.
Yes, he
Yes,
will
I
cook for
got
me,
you on
clean
that.
for me, take care of house and home, pay the
Ooh,
bills.
girl,
He,
you
you
lucked
know,
out.
God forbid somebody run up and even raise their voice at me. I
Thank you.
have
You
watched
lucked
him put
out.
a
You
man
lucked
down
out.
half
Mm.
his size. He put
Mm.
my friend's man down in front of my friend because he called himself coming after me.
Oh
Put a
yeah.
man
Oh yeah,
half his
they don't
age
have no
down,
fear. If they
embarrassed
want
him
you,
on the block.
they will. That's what they will do. I have dated one before.
Yeah, he was
I
like,
have
"Man, are you
dated one
crazy?" He
before, and
slammed him into a
look. I be
car
looking for
door.
him now, like in the daytime with a flashlight, but he ain't in Texas, But
hmm
I get you.
I'm telling you,
That's the best
and
experience that I've
and
had in a man is a Jamaican man. I have to tell y'all,
yes,
y'all in the
and
chat. I'm
natural
sorry, but
and
I know
masculine
y'all probably
because
got y'all American husbands and
right,
and all
hey,
that,
but
but
you
a
got
Jamaican
sometimes these
man, you
American
don't know
men
a good man that know how to treat you really, really treat you genuinely
and they cook
like a
and
Jamaican
they
man.
cook.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
and they
And
cook.
yes, and
They
they
cook.
take care of
They
their
cook in the
women and very
bedroom and they cook in
protective,
the
like
kitchen. Yes,
for real. Oh yes,
yes.
Lord. Yes,
But
indeed.
because I ask God, I want a man the complete opposite. Because some of these American born men, and I'm not just talking about black men, I'm talking about Latin men too.
Yeah,
They
yeah, yeah.
are very feminized. Like
Hmm.
I like Blueface, but he is got a lot of feminine ways. I
Yes,
I
I've
I
noticed
used
that.
to
I've
think my
noticed that.
narcissist
I've
ex,
noticed
I
that.
used to always say that he was gay on the low. I used to be like,
Mm-hmm.
"You gay? That's why you act like you love your best friend more
Mm.
than me. How can you fight with me so much and we a man and a woman together? We supposed to fit together like a puzzle piece. And all you want to do is beef with me like some bitch. Like, stop beefing with me." He would not stop beefing with me because
I call them the
they're
bitch niggas.
feminized. They grow
I
up
call
and
them
they're
bitch niggas.
feminized. They bitch ass, they are.
Yeah, they are. That's
And let me
point
tell you
blank. They
something. It
bitch
don't matter
niggas.
if there's a man in your
Was
house.
he a
My
mama's
husband
boy?
didn't have. Yeah, he was a mama,
I
and it
know
don't
he
matter
was,
if they
baby.
have
Ha
a
ha.
father or
I
not,
know he
because my
was. Shit, you
husband,
couldn't have told me different.
my
I know
yup,
he was.
raised by a crazy
Very
Puerto
familiar with
Rican
them
woman.
too. Shoot,
He was raised
look.
by a
What
crazy
Prince say?
Puerto Rock.
Black, white, Puerto Rican. I don't give a damn what race. If it's a mama's boy that loves that mama a little too much on the
Yes,
little
yes,
the curve of the weirdo type of side, like where it gets a little
yup.
too. That's where you
And
got to
she
watch
hated
out.
me,
Trust me, I know
and
for a boy. I know.
she hated me, and I know
Yeah,
I
they
was
do
so
because
nice.
they want to
I
be their
was
son
so
woman. They want to be their
Yeah,
son
she couldn't
woman.
stand me. And he used to play us against each other. He
Yeah,
would come
yeah.
in. There was a time
Mm-hmm.
where we were
Mm-hmm.
staying with her for a short time. We were staying with her. And he would purposely go out and I had my brand new baby that I just birthed for him. And he would bring his mother gifts and bring me nothing. And I remember
Hmm.
saying to him, "Why you buy your mother a present and you don't buy me a present? And I
Huh.
just had your baby." He's like, "What do you mean?" Like, then they want to act oblivious like they don't know.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Mm-hmm. I
in the
know.
back of my mind, I still wonder if I'm in reality he really was down low, because I swear I felt like I was fighting with a bitch all the time. And those men like to put their hands on you. And I see many of those qualities, or not qualities, but traits in Blue.
Yeah,
He's very feminized. He's
he
feminized. I don't
is.
know if
He
you noticed,
is.
but every once in a while he'll come out and he'll start talking to a woman. Like I saw him do it with Stunner, and I think I seen
Yeah.
him do it with Nevaeh. He comes out and he speaks in a baby voice.
And
Do you
he acts as
understand
though,
how a
yeah,
man will talk? If
he
a man
acts as
talks to
though,
me in a
look,
baby voice,
he acts as though he's pretending in front of the camera because he's heard he
right,
knows that people has been talking about him over the internet. But then
right,
it's like you're not faking nobody out because the way you're going about slinging your slang a dang-a-langing all over the place, that's
Like
another
he's trying to
sign.
prove something.
Exactly.
Like he's
That's
trying to
another
prove
sign of a
something.
man that's trying to prove his masculinity when he knows damn well, most likely, and what he don't even know, and then this is something else. What he doesn't even know with his young ass too, that a lot of men that have had so much poo nanny that they get so tired of it that they flip to the other side because of that reason. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's a whole lot of reasons
Or
that he
they've
could
had
have.
an
You know what
experience.
I'm
They've had an
saying?
experience when they were
Yeah,
young
yeah,
and they're afraid
yeah.
to admit it.
That
And they like
too.
that more. They like
Yes.
girls more,
Yeah.
boys more. And let me tell you
Yes.
something. A real man will never talk to you in a baby voice
Right.
because it don't come natural to a real man to infantilize himself. The only
Right.
time they're gonna talk in a baby voice is to the baby.
Thank you.
If I was Stunner or Nevea and he would have pulled that on the stream because it
Mm-hmm.
makes my bones itch. It makes me
Mm-hmm.
feel disgusted. The way I would have stopped him and been like, stop and don't ever talk to me in a baby voice again. I will
Mm-hmm.
not be attracted to you anymore. I can't
Mm-hmm.
deal with you
Mm-hmm.
talking in a baby voice, especially in front of the public. I have never,
Mm-hmm.
ever dealt with, I think maybe the narcissist used to do it a little bit. And I used to be
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you talking like that? Like, I remember one time we were having a conversation. He was like, oh, while we were separated, did you let another boy touch you there? Something he was saying to me, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, first of all, I was approaching 30. I was like 28, 29. He was like 27. I said,
Right.
first of all, while we have this conversation, let me clarify something to you. I would never deal with a boy. I don't deal with boys because I'm a grown woman. I'm approaching
Right.
30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever
Mm-hmm.
I do with other men is no concern of yours when we're not together. Don't ever
Mm-hmm.
ask me if I let another boy do something. Do I look like I
Exactly.
like boys? I pick your dumb ass, your big dumb ass, because you look like a man. You so tall and he has such a big body, he looked like a man. But
Mm-hmm.
he had a lot of feminine ways. And yes, he was raised by his mother. And that's not saying that all women do that. There's a lot of
Right.
women out here that know how to raise boys
Bro
to
knows
be
how to raise
masculine.
men. Exactly. Yes.
Right, to be masculine
But
because
the
you
mothers
don't
that's
gotta do
trying
it
to
by
raise them
yourself.
to
You have
be
your
their
village.
husbands, like their little substitute husbands,
They
those
little
are the ones
substitute
that you have to,
husbands.
yeah, those are the
Right.
ones you have to watch out for because it gets real weird.
Would
Extremely
protect
weird.
him through anything. I remember
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to get in touch with him. Our daughter was still young. I was trying to get in touch with him. He had already done a long bid in jail throughout the majority of my little one's life. And
Mm-hmm.
finally, he was back, and we were in touch, and we were trying to co-parent, and I just
Mm-hmm.
couldn't catch him. I was calling him all weekend, calling him all weekend. I called his mother. Hey, I'm trying to get in touch with Kenneth. Can you pass on a message or have him call me? Or and she was like, oh, he's over here. She told me he was in another state. He's busy. He's doing something. And my instinct, my intuition told me check the federal inmate locator. I just
Mm.
I didn't even say to myself, I don't believe her yet. I
Right.
something it must have been God told me, check the federal inmate locator. Boom, lo and behold, he's back in jail. And she
Dang.
lied to me about it, and I'm not even with him. And I
Right.
called her back like, ma'am, I know where your son is. I found him on the registry. And I hope that from now on, moving forward in the future, that you and I can deal with each other in a more honest way because this is a bad situation for all of us. And for you as his mother, I feel sympathy for you. Even though we don't always get along, I wish he wouldn't do this to you anymore because I know you suffer when he gets locked up. But you ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie to
Ah,
me.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like they protect them
Exactly.
through anything, though. They protect them through anything, and she just raised him
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous, and he didn't have to grow up that way because he had an upstanding grandfather who grew up in the same building as him. But
The
when you
mother
raised in
overrides.
chaos,
The mother always end up
yeah,
overriding. Yeah.
she
Yeah.
overrode
Look, let me
everything. He
tell you
had
something.
uncles and everything.
I know that very well. I didn't marry my first daughter's father because he was a nurse. And I was in my 20s. I didn't
Thank God.
I was married. I did marry my 15-year-old daughter, 15-year-old daughter's father. His mother is exactly what we just got through talking about, and that's why we're not together
Oh,
to this day. I had to let it go,
yeah,
and I'm like, damn, people, women are able to tell, if they want to tell their business to friends or what have you, and say, hey, I lost my husband to another woman. When I felt bad because all I could say was, "Damn, I lost my husband to his damn mama." I mean,
yeah.
that sounds
They
crazy,
will
but
try
people
to
don't
break you up.
understand it. They don't understand it.
She was another one. She was another narc mom. She kept me in court for he and I's daughter when he was locked up, and she was literally taking me to court for custody and like telling the courts I was a crackhead, and I mean, big bad terrible lies. I
Hmm.
was I was in family court every month or so for almost 4 years. And the judge finally, finally I got a good judge, and she said, I see Mr. Royal is coming back to court all the time. There's constantly a case being opened on her because as soon as the case closed, the case will open up again because
Hmm.
that was his mother doing that to me. And she said, from now on, I declare no one else, this case will not be seen before another judge other than myself. So one judge finally got a hold of my case because every time it was a different judge. And at the end, she was fighting me for custody of my baby. So my baby don't got her father, and now you want to take her from her mother, right? Instead of
Wow.
just being cool with me,
Oh
help me
no,
with
that's
your
too much like
grandchild.
right.
You know what happened? The judge at the end of everything, because I hadn't let her see the baby since the baby was a year and the baby didn't know her, she
Mm-hmm.
lost the whole case. She lost
Mm.
custody, she lost the bid for custody, and she lost even visitation rights. When he came back from jail, I let her see him, see my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not a vengeful or spiteful person. But now in my older years, I wish I wouldn't even did that. I shouldn't have even did that because they was all still nasty to me,
See.
nasty, disgusting, hate me for what? I never did nothing to none of them.
And
Maybe I cursed her son out and stuff, like
right, and
I think I
rightfully
cursed
so,
him
I'm
out on the
sure.
answering machine and
Rightfully
she
so, I'm
heard it.
sure. Yep, and you don't have
Yeah,
to.
and she
But
heard
you
it
know
and
what?
she was upset because I called him a motherfucker. But
But you know
you
what? Let
shouldn't have
me tell
raised
you
him to be a
something,
motherfucker.
Miss Ari. Let me tell you something.
Hmm.
There's something going on. I don't know if you can see the comments, but there's something going on where this someone in the chat says that YouTube has a channel that's covering child abuse cases about Junior, and also it's been said that the people they usually cover cases where the child is already gone. Oh, God forbid. And it says, but keep a good, serious eye on Rock. So that's what I was saying. Is Junior being, actually, is Junior actually, going to be a sacrificial lamb before our eyes on the internet? And that's what I'm afraid of.
I
You
think
know,
he kind of is
that's what
already.
I'm
Like
afraid of because
she's
that's what this
sacrificing his
heading
health.
towards, it looks like to me.
She's sacrificing his health right before our eyes. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people understand this, but this is a spiritual battle that's
Oh,
happening
yes,
to
it's definitely a
Junior.
spiritual warfare.
It's a
That's for damn sure.
spiritual warfare. This is
Yes, yes,
very
yes,
demonic. And
yes.
she is sacrificing him to some extent. And I think
Mm-hmm.
she don't care because as long as she gets to the end goal, she want to be rich and she want to be famous and she want to buy an island and all her crazy thoughts. Like she doesn't care what she sacrifices, especially because the child is so thoroughly disabled. Poor Junior. And you know what kills me about her? His hernia. It stretched out his genitalia. He was supposed to continue to have hernia surgeries as well as plastic reconstructive surgery for his genitalia. And she has not done that for him. And we heard that when the church lady said, like, it might as well not be there. It's null and void. He don't have his male part. She has literally castrated him before our eyes. And a lot of people don't understand this. And even if Junior were to be able to grow up, like Junior could never have a normal functioning relationship with a woman. Sometimes people with disabilities get with other people with disabilities and they enjoy the same things so called normal people enjoy, meaning intimate relations. Junior will never have that. And I think she likes that because I think deep down inside, she's a man hater. And her poor baby is castrated.
True.
Hello? I think so. I think that's what's happening with her. And the sacrifice is happening, but it's not death. It's simply like his slow demise. And I think that's why it's been going on so long because it is something so heavily spiritual. You know, Rock likes to claim that, oh, God don't play about her, but which
Like she's the
God?
only one on this
I think,
earth.
yeah, and like God is a personal hitman. Let me tell you
Exactly.
something. When the devil bless people too when he wants to. And I think
Thank
she
you.
has
I
a
said that
covering from
too. I
him.
said that
I
too.
think she has a covering from him, and that's why poor Junior, his little energy is being siphoned. Like I think he has a big, great spirit, but they're sucking the energy out of him because Krishan is a emotional vampire. If you
Yes.
notice, everybody gets tired of her. I remember when somebody was interviewing Marsh, or she was talking on a stream, and somebody asked her, "Are you still friends with Rock?" And she was like, not really. And it's nothing big and bad that happened, but I just got tired of her. She was everywhere she goes, she always find a problem. She always got a problem with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
She's an energy vampire and she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
make issues wherever she goes. You could
Mm-hmm.
be the nicest person to her, kissing her behind, doing everything she say, she's gonna pick a problem with you.
Mm-hmm.
And she's doing it with Junior on a whole nother level. She's siphoning the life out of him, but slowly enough that he doesn't just pass, but enough that he can grow and flourish and blossom. There's so many
Right.
kids, ever since this case with Junior, I watched so many other little disabled children, and they flourish. They grow, they go to school, they learn to
Because they have
walk.
parents to do to help them out, and she's just not
Right.
one of those type of parents, you know.
Not with
I
her.
mean, we already know that Junior could be doing a lot of things if he had the type of parent that would help him out, but he doesn't have that,
He could
unfortunately.
have he could have even learned a bit of sign language. I learned today that the children with angel man syndrome can
Uh-huh.
learn to they can learn to communicate through images. So you give them an iPad, you teach them how to use it a little bit, and they have programs just for them that shows pictures. And the child can maybe not speak it to you, but point to the picture about how he feels or what he wants or what he needs. And there's a way for those children to learn. I saw a
Mhm.
family today with 4 big teenage children, all with angel man syndrome. They all reminded me of Junior. They all move like him, laugh like him. You know, they're
It doesn't say
unsteady.
anything about them learning how to speak with the speech language therapist.
I believe some of them could if they got that help, but on the whole, most of them can't. But they're capable of learning. They can do bits of sign language. They can understand how to pull up images on an iPad or a tablet and show you, what they're thinking, what they're feeling. They have other ways of communicating.
Well,
That's why
Junior
Junior's
couldn't
always
even
making
hold her
those
cell
noises he
phone.
makes.
Junior couldn't even
No,
hold her
he
cell
couldn't hold
phone. He
it
dropped it.
because she's not teaching him nothing. And honestly,
Exactly.
on top of that, because she delays him, she stagnates him. She's stopping any growth
Yes.
that he might
Yes, and you
have.
could tell that.
And
You
he
could tell it.
and
Mhm.
and, and like I know she's just not showing him. She doesn't care. Like he's
Yep.
always on the floor in the corner somewhere. Like
Yes,
he could
yes.
even learn bits of sign language to say hungry, to say tired. She won't teach him anything. Those
Being that
kids
she's not
have the
very,
ability to learn.
mentally stable herself, of course she's not going to
Yeah, she
teach
can't
him.
teach him. She can't
No.
teach him because she can't teach
Uh-uh.
anyone. Like like I said, she's a person that needs care herself. But
Exactly.
because she has taken this evil route in life, like I think where Krishan belongs is in a mental institute for the
Mhm.
criminally insane. And I'm
Mm.
just waiting for the world to catch up and figure it out and put her in that bitch. That's all I'm waiting for.
They
Because
put her in
we
that bit.
know, we know she spent time in a mental institution in her childhood and
Now I did
teenage
hear
years.
that. I did hear
I've
about
heard that
that.
as young as the age of 6 years old, she was put in Shepherd's Pratt Hospital in Baltimore, which is a
Wow.
mental health institute, because she burned the toes of one of her sister's babies, one of her siblings' babies.
What?
I don't know if it
Now
was
I
a
didn't hear
boy or a
that
girl.
much of it.
Yes, I watched this lady named Miss Rebel. and her channel is
Oh,
raw.
okay. Yeah, I know Miss Rebel.
Miss
Yes, I'm
Rebel
familiar with
said
her
she burnt
channel.
somebody's toes, so they locked her up in the mental hospital for that. Do you know how crazy you have to be to get locked up in the mental hospital from childhood?
Yeah, you got to be pretty
Especially in
throat.
this
You
day
got to
and
be
age,
pretty throat.
especially being born after the year 2000. Like, they used to make mistakes and put retarded children, Down syndrome children in mental institutions in the early 1900s and the mid 1900s. Do you know
Right.
how crazy you have to be at 6 years old in the 2000s to be put in a mental hospital? She
Mm,
is
mm, mm.
severely ill. Charlotte never gave her medication properly.
Mm.
She probably didn't take her to the doctor like she was supposed to for whatever therapy she needed. And she unleashed her onto the world. And from what I understand, Charlotte did way worse than that because one day I was on Miss Rebel's site, channel on YouTube, and a
Mm-hmm.
nurse came on in the chat and told us all that she's gonna talk about something and she don't care no more because it's about her mother, and her mother's already been retired like 30 years. But when Charlotte was very young, her mother was a pediatric nurse to Charlotte for one of her children. And she
Is that
came
why
in with one
Charlotte
of the
pretended that
girls.
she was a nurse?
Maybe, because they all lie like that. She
Right.
was taking the baby in for, regular baby visit, and it was a
Mm-hmm.
5 month old baby girl. And the girl said her mother said that upon examining the 5 month old infant, she could tell that her vaginal canal had been stretched.
Whose?
The baby
Krisha?
that Charlotte was
Oh.
bringing, no,
Oh, yeah,
not
yeah.
one
I
of the
did hear about
older
that. Okay, I know
siblings.
what you're talking about. Yeah, I
She
heard about
didn't
that.
say
Yeah.
the name because I don't know if she particularly knew the name, but her mother, Rock came out and blew up and got famous, and now we even see Charlotte online. And so her mother was like, "Oh my God, I took care of that lady when I was a nurse." And she brought her, and you see something like that, and it will traumatize you enough that you will remember it for 30 years. And she said
Right.
she brought in a 5 month old little baby girl, and the baby's little area was stretched at
My
five
God.
months old, and they took the baby from Charlotte right there. They took her.
Ooh.
So
Mm,
I'm
mm.
telling you
Let me
all
ask
that
you
so
something.
you could
Do
just
you
imagine
do
what Charlotte did to all those kids. She
let me
was a
ask you,
horror.
have you heard anything about the one of the sisters that's never spoken about? And I think her name is something like Sierra or something like that.
Sierra, I have heard about her. She's the one that
Why does
stays
she
away
not
and
ever
quiet.
why is what happened with her that she's not ever around? And
I
they
don't
don't
know
even
what,
speak about
but
her either.
they don't. But I think she's the one that got away. She's the one that found her mental stability. And
Uh-huh.
when you find your mental stability, even though it's your family, when you know they crazy and they're gonna keep driving you crazy, you
Mm-hmm.
run. You run and you get
I
away.
agree with that.
And I think that's what the deal is with Sierra. I think if she got touched in the wrong way and treated badly and grew up and had the mental fortitude to get out, I think
Mm-hmm.
that's what she did because she's the only one that don't come out and try to ride the rock train. She's the only one. I don't
Right.
even think I've ever seen a picture of her, an
That
image,
I was
nothing.
about to say the same thing, honey. You in my mind because I
She
was
don't
like,
mess
I
with
haven't
them
even seen a
alone.
picture of her.
From what I understand, she's like really ashamed. She don't want to be like associated with them. Like she don't live like them. She grew out of that horrible life. All those other
Right.
Malones and whatever their names are, they stayed in it. And I keep hearing that Baltimore is the incest capital of America.
Yeah, I've heard that as
I
well.
keep
I've
hearing that,
heard.
and I'm starting to believe it because
Yeah,
all
me
these people
too.
play weird games. Like I don't know what y'all think, but I think it's strange to see the family all buddy buddy with the father after China came out and said that he touched her. If he touched China, he touched somebody else too.
Oh yeah.
And I understand forgiveness,
I think he tried to
but
touch all of them.
I think he did too. And I understand having forgiveness in your heart, but you couldn't pay me to hang out with my abuser.
Mm.
You couldn't offer me $100 million to deal with somebody who touched me in my childhood. They're all very
Okay.
strange and they're very accepting of it, and that's why they talk about it so loosely. They all talk about it like I swear they feel like it feels to me like they wear it as a badge of honor. Like they're so proud to talk about it. They don't have enough common sense to feel the shame of it. And that's
Right.
not to say that the victims should feel the shame, but shame does come with that type of familial situation, and then to just go online and broadcast it to the world.
Right.
I mean, do you remember when China's son came out and said what they did to him? He said the
Yeah.
brothers made him do fellatio in closets. They
Mm,
stuck
mm, mm.
they stick the dog on him in his genitalia. Like, I
Oh my
you
God.
could not pull that out of me. I would go to my grave with that.
Mm,
I
mm,
would be
mm.
asking the doctor to give me electroshock therapy so I could forget it. Like,
Right.
you could not get
Exactly.
me to talk about that if it wasn't in private with a doctor. But
Hmm.
they all come out and talk about it online. They're all discussing. Why you think Rock always coming out talking about, oh, he tried to rape me? She's always got stories that somebody tried to touch her, somebody tried to rape her, somebody did this,
Right.
somebody did that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even
Mm-hmm.
believe her when she says that so many people. Why everybody want to rape you? And
I
why are
think
you
she's heard
so
so many
comfortable talking
stories.
about it?
I think it's because she's heard so many stories from her sisters. And it's like she tries to take over people's lives too. It's like she tries to become people that
Yeah,
she, gets very close
she
to.
does.
And then
She
she
does
just
copy.
develops a, fantasy because the narcissists are they good at having fantasy, stories in their heads too that they make up in their
Yes,
heads.
and they don't have their
Hmm.
own.
They
They
don't
don't
have
have
their
their
own
own well
identity.
developed personalities and
Hmm.
identities. Right.
Hmm.
That's why
Yep.
she copies everything Blue does. She wanted to be a rapper.
Yeah.
She wanted to be a boxer. All
Hmm.
things that Blue is doing. And
Yes.
even the way she behaves masculinely like a man because she's taking characteristics on of him. And she
Thank
thinks
you.
that she could, like the way he cheats on her, she thinks she could turn around and do it right back to him. And she
Hmm.
doesn't understand the dynamic. There's a double standard for men and
Yeah,
women. Not to say that
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
right, but it exists. It's real.
Right.
There's a
Right.
double standard. A man could be a hoe and people not really gonna look down on it. But if you're a hoe in a woman's body, you lose
Mm-hmm.
respect. But she
Right.
thinks she could do exactly what he does because she doesn't understand. She's socially inept. She's
Mm-hmm.
like I said, she's a step above retarded. I know her IQ is not normal.
Right.
She might be kind of cute, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Because I know people think she's very beautiful. I don't see very beautiful when I look at Rock. I think
Right.
she's got
And beauty's only temporary.
light
I
skin
mean,
privilege,
beauty
but she's
beauty is
not
not
that
gonna.
cute. She's
Right.
not that cute. She's got weird, funny, tiny little, too close together eyes. It looks to me like Charlotte did something with her belly too. You ain't gonna tell me Charlotte got clean for Rock,
Yeah,
and
now that's where my suspicions lie right there. I'm
you
like,
ain't gonna
okay,
tell
did
me
she
she got
get
clean
clean
for
for
Rock.
rock? Yeah,
She did not,
nah.
and Petey neither,
Yeah,
and
shit.
Petey neither. They all got
Mm-hmm.
something funny with them, and Rock has said it that when she was younger, Tasiki used to tell her, "I'm so sick of y'all, you crack babies. Y'all drive me crazy.
Oh wow.
Mommy smoked crack with you. That's why you like that." I bet she did.
Well,
I
then
grew up in the crack era.
did mommy smoke crack with her? I mean, did it skip to Zeke?
She probably did because Tasiki funny looking too. Those
Mm.
those girls
Mm-mm.
got rock heads. Like, I'm not even like trying to make a pun. Like, they have big rock faces. Like, they're funny shaped, funny looking people to me. And I don't think it's just because they got unfortunate results genetically.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte was running the streets doing whatever she wanted to do, pregnant or not. Where you think Rock learned it?
Mm-mm.
I'm sure she heard a lot of stories about what her mother was doing when she was pregnant, and all her kids was born fine. But what Rock don't understand is the blood that she has shed in this world, people that she has taken out and sent to the upper room. That's why Junior was born like that too. The way she took
Yeah.
people out, and they not here no more to see or to hear or to rejoice and grow with their family.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Neither can Junior. She got a lot of her
Mm-hmm.
karma back and I know
Mm-hmm.
he got fetal alcohol syndrome, but he got other stuff too. He has
Oh yeah, he has a
chromosomal
number of
disorders.
things.
I
Yeah.
know he's missing a chromosome. I
Mm-hmm.
forgot what it's called, but I know there's a chromosome that he's missing from the
Mm-hmm.
doc's medical records. But like I said, I recently discovered the Angel Man syndrome, and I think he has that, and it's her
I'm definitely
karma,
gonna look
and
into that one
the
because
yeah,
I've never even heard of that one myself.
Angel Man syndrome. They're just like Junior.
Mm-hmm.
They just make noise and they just make noise.
Yeah.
and they
Hey,
sit
but
there
you
and
know what? The thing
smile.
that's the thing that kind of can get you caught up is there's so many things that holds the same type of symptoms, signs and symptoms too. So you can kind of be like, okay, well, it could be this because he shows a
Yeah,
lot of these signs and symptoms, but then it could be this too. And I think
it's a number of
some
things.
yeah, that's what
It's
yeah I'm about to
genetic.
say.
She
It's
don't
like a
have
number of things,
she
and then I also
she
believe
doesn't
that
have
had
good
she not
genes.
yeah, and yeah, exactly. And I've always thought, I said, well, if she wouldn't have drank did any drugs, allegedly, or none of those things, I believe that Junior would have had some issues anyway because of the simple fact that she does.
Exactly.
It's DNA. It's genetic.
Exactly.
Genetically
It's genetic.
transferred
And then
over.
on top of the
Mm-hmm.
genetic stuff, what she did, because she wasn't just drinking and just smoking pot. That's not what she was doing.
Oh, I know.
One of
I
the
know it was
one
more.
of the
Yes, I
people that
know.
she lived with in that big house when Junior was born,
Mm-hmm.
one of the friends, a guy, I can't remember his name, he
Mm-hmm.
literally came out and said they was all rolling. That's what the kids call taking
Mm.
ecstasy.
Oh yes,
And she ain't
definitely.
stopped sniffing no coke. She ain't stopped sniffing no coke because she loved
Hmm.
that. She
Hmm.
had so much energy when she was pregnant. Weren't you tired when you was pregnant? I was exhausted.
I know. Yes, I was. Shoot, I slept
I
a
was
whole hell of a
exhausted,
lot.
throwing up all over the place. I didn't want to
Yeah.
get dressed. I didn't want to go
Mm.
nowhere unless I had the energy.
Everything
Like
stank in
she
the
was,
air.
she did, she did so much drugs and alcohol and fighting and random
Mm.
sexual interactions with random
Mm-hmm.
men that she caused immense neurological damage on top of the chromosomal disorders he ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Krishan will never
Exactly.
get, even if Krishan gets clean and never takes another drink, a smoke, a snort, a pill, or nothing again, Krishan will never be blessed with a healthy child. Mark
Oh
my
no.
words. It could
Exactly.
be 15 years from now and she's healthy, clean, made a complete
Mm-hmm.
change, and she's
Yeah.
ready to have another baby, and that baby gonna have problems
Oh
because
yeah,
she
because
done
she
did
got
too much in
problems.
this world.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
because
and she
she
done
has
did too
problems.
much. Yep,
Shoot.
because of her problems, and she did too much. She killed
Mm-hmm.
that man, Mr. Vasquez. She killed him in California with Ronnie and got away with it. Ronnie
Mm.
took the bid for her. She's
Yeah.
paying for that in real time
Well,
with
we
her
gotta say
son.
allegedly. We gotta say allegedly on
Allegedly,
YouTube.
right? But you know how she is. Like she ain't even gonna come on here and sue us because she get online and be like, "Oh, because the only way we was able to get out of that situation was by killing the ninja." Like she
I
was
know. She
on here
said it herself.
bragging.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She was
Yeah.
bragging about it, like she was proud of herself, and her whole family carries that aura. They wear their violence like a badge of honor, and they don't realize the destruction they pulling down on themselves, but they just too deep in it. It's in their blood. They have a
Mm-hmm.
bloodlust, and I think they have an incestuous lust. Like I think they get together and do stuff, like they
Mm-hmm.
probably did when they was kids. And I hear rumors
I think they
about
all do some
Krishan
type
and
of
that little brother.
spiritual rituals, because the way
I
they
think they do
all
that
speak
now.
about
Yeah,
God, but the way they speak, their actions are totally different. That it
right.
gives off diabolical, energy, demonic energy. It's like they're all, and I mean all of them. It's like they all play with God and use God to control their narrative on what they're trying to
Yes.
present to people, as though everybody's going to believe it just because you're putting Christ and Jesus and God's name in it. And I be
Right.
looking at them like, okay, you can keep on doing it all you want to, but my thing is, I know for sure, and I'm pretty sure you know for sure, because you have the same mindset as me, as I can tell, that you can play with everybody out here on the world as human beings, but you can't play with him. You can't play
Yeah,
with
you
God,
can't play with
baby.
God.
You cannot play
I've
with
heard
God.
people
So keep
say,
on doing
I've
what
heard
you're
people
doing,
say
you know?
she's she walks with demons. I'm telling you, she
Mm-hmm.
walks with demons. There are spiritual entities out there that make arrangements with humans, and maybe she didn't even have to make it consciously, but I wouldn't put it past her to do a ritual, summon a demon, and do sacrifices to him in order to
Mm-hmm.
receive what she wants back. And
Mm-hmm.
I do think that, but just even on a regular human level, I think they're all weird. Like I've heard rumors
Extremely.
that her and her brother have a weird relationship, like they like to mess around.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard weird
I've
rumors
been
like
peeping
that.
that too. I haven't spoke on it, but I have peeped that too. I
I've
have
heard
peeped that
rumors like
too.
that, and I wouldn't put it
Mm-hmm.
past them because
Mm-hmm.
They was not raised. They was dragged up. They were not raised
Right.
up. They was dragged
Right.
up. They lived like
Right.
wolves. They was thrown to the wolves.
Right.
And
Right.
man, I was just watching Flowers in the Attic last night.
Oh,
And
child,
the
been seeing
brother and
that. Oh,
sister,
yes.
they got together because these idiot people stuck them together in a room and didn't
Yeah.
give
Oh,
them space to
yeah.
breathe. And I think
Uh-huh.
that's how Krishan and her siblings were, her and the younger one, because they were the little ones that had to hang on to each other together. And I think they had inappropriate behaviors with each other because
And then
the
the
abuse was
environment
so
that they were
rampant in
raised
the
up in.
family. Yes.
Yeah, the
Because the
environment.
grown
I
ups
mean,
are
if
doing it.
yeah, exactly. The environment was already toxic prior to Krishan being born. So she come up in
Right.
it, so it's no
Even
telling
her
what all she has
grandmother.
seen and didn't understand what she was seeing. And then she
I
started getting
heard her.
older and older and it was still going on. So she started to understand it. So, I mean, all of
Yup.
that goes
I heard
comes
even
into
her
play.
grandmother was funny like that. The light skinned
Mm,
grandma that looks
mm,
just like her. I heard
uh-huh.
that lady was funny like that. Like
Uh,
she knew her husband was messing with her daughter, and one
mm,
of the daughters, which would be Krishan's aunt, got
mm-hmm,
pregnant by her own father. And because she
mm.
got pregnant, she took herself out. She
Yeah, I
took
heard
herself
about
out this
that. Yes, I
world.
did. Yes, yes,
And the
yes, I heard
grandmother,
about that.
what she did, stayed with the man. So
Mhm.
you're not gonna tell me she ain't pick up none of that.
Oh,
And
yeah,
and
she
then
picked
and
it
they
up.
said the grandmother
Yes.
was a big, a
Yeah.
big 304 herself. So
Yeah.
she got 304 in her blood. Because if you
Exactly.
watch
So
your
it's
mother,
normal to
if you
her.
a girl, yeah, if you're a girl and you watch your mother be a 304 your whole life growing up, you're probably gonna fall into it yourself. And if you're a
Exactly.
boy, you're gonna grow up to hate women. I've
Yeah.
seen it a million times.
Product of your environment. Just a
Yep.
product of
And
your environment.
they all got weird and funny ways about themselves and they don't have no boundaries. And that's why
Mhm.
they talk about everything. Because the last thing, if I was to come out on TV or on the internet and my family getting kind of famous, the last thing I want the world to know is the dirt in the family. That's what we're
Exactly.
not going to talk about. But
Mhm.
they not normal. They talk about it like, yeah, this one touched me, that one
Yeah, like
touched me.
it's just a
Everybody
normal
touching each other.
thing.
And it's
Mhm.
weird what she's doing with Junior. She's teaching Junior to kiss. All she's teaching to do is kiss and kiss other
Yes.
people too.
Yes.
Man, don't be
Yes.
kissing
Yes.
on my
Yes.
baby in his mouth. I've seen
Yes.
the pastor's wife kiss that baby on his mouth,
And
and
yes,
it
I
made
saw
me
it
think.
too. Yes.
It made me think.
Yes.
What if they all
But
doing
Krishan
something
thinks that's
funny to the
love.
kid
She thinks that's love. See,
because she don't
you see how
understand
she's been
boundaries?
conditioned. She thinks that
Yup.
is love. You know what I'm saying? And a scary thing about it too that I have said is that the fact that Junior cannot talk, right? And Junior can't tell
Hmm.
anything. Now just think, every place with everybody that she have left him with. Can you imagine
Yup.
what has happened to this boy?
And
And he
let me
don't
tell
even
you
know. For
something.
all we know, when he
And
cries
he don't even
on the
know
camera, he probably had a finger up the butt. For all we know, that's the type of stuff that I
exactly.
think about. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be
Let me tell you
careful saying it
something.
on
I
YouTube. But
do
sometimes
too.
I just don't give a damn. Because I got to put it
I
out there.
Girl,
Shit.
I think so too. And let me tell you something. If you think that child abusers and people that are attracted to children only touch good, normal, healthy looking children, you are sorely mistaken.
Yeah,
There was a
damn right.
huge there was a
Mm-hmm.
huge ring that was busted in
Hmm.
Europe years ago, and the majority of the children were handicapped and Down syndrome
Because
children.
that's an easy prey. That's an
An
easy
easy
prey and
target.
an easy
Junior is
getaway.
an easy
Yes.
target,
Yeah,
and
yes,
they
that's what
will
I'm talking
fetishize
about.
him. They will
Shoot, that's what I'm talking
fetishize a
about.
child like that.
Yes.
Hmm.
Because he can't tell
There's a
nothing.
lot of sickness in this
Shoot.
world. Yup. And he'll
Mm-hmm.
never be able
Mm-hmm.
to tell. And he's not coordinated. He's not coordinated enough to mimic behaviors. So he won't
Mm-hmm.
be able to tell that way either.
Mm-hmm.
Because you seen what Nevaeh's son did when he jumped on top of um, Blue's back and
Blueface.
started
Mm-hmm.
like gyrating on him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is mimicking a behavior that he has seen or someone has
Exactly.
done to him. Junior
Mm-hmm.
doesn't have that capacity in his body and in his limbs. He can't
Right.
control himself to know to move like this to show what happened to him.
Right.
And there's
Right.
people out there are sicker than what we really understand. And when I really grew to understand that in myself, I was horrified. It scares me. I'm glad I didn't have any more children. I don't have any more little ones. All my kids are
Right.
grown and out the house because
Mm-hmm.
this world is scary. And my 32-year-old daughter refuses to have children. She said, I will never raise a child in America, and I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaving here. I'm not having no kids, Mom. And it breaks my heart, but I told her, I
Mm-hmm.
don't blame you because this world sucks.
It is. Yeah, this world's a piece of work. I can't say that. I can attest to that. Now, I
Yes.
can attest to that. But back to Junior. The things that's no telling what has happened to him because he cannot talk and speak. I would like to know what's with the clapping. He does this clapping a lot. What is that about?
I think it's just
It's
one of the
it's just
few
like
things he
it's
can
certain
do
things. It's
and
only
behavior
certain
he
things.
sees in church. I think he sees that in church,
And
and that's
things that she
one of the
teaches
few
him.
things he
It's
could
like
do.
she only teaches
Yeah.
him things that are easy, for him to learn.
I don't even think
The,
she taught him that. I think he
you
saw
don't
that.
think so?
Because I don't think she teach him nothing but that. Mwah, that's all she
Yeah,
teach him.
yeah.
I think he saw that in church and he
Mm-hmm.
liked it and he could do it, so he keeps it going. And it's a very natural action as a human being. It's one of the few things he can do, but I don't even think she
Right.
taught him. I think he see it in church.
Well, you know what? We know that when he was much smaller, Tareen had taught him to say some things, and which is another thing
Yeah.
that's odd. When he was saying da 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 da. Now, mind you, he
Hmm.
wasn't saying da 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 no more as he gotten older and was more so with Krishan. Now, here
Because
recently,
she be
when
shaking
he
him. She be shaking
right,
him, and his seizures
exactly,
are
and that's what
taking
I
all of
believe
that
too,
out.
honey. Yes, that's what I
Uh-huh.
believe too. She
The
shook it up
seizures
out of
are
him.
erasing
Yes. Mm-hmm.
everything, and she's giving him
Yes.
brain damage when she
and
gets
and
mad and
and
she
giving
hits
him
him.
stuff to make him go to sleep,
Yep.
drugging him, making him go to stay sleep a lot. And so
Junior got
another
a
thing.
strong tolerance. He got a
Yes, he
strong
does. He's
tolerance
very
for a
resilient.
baby.
He's very resilient. He is very
Hmm.
resilient. you know
And a tolerance to drugs. Like, I
yeah.
bet you
Oh
she
yeah.
keeps having to increase the melatonin or the Benadryl or whatever
Right.
she gives him to make him sleepy.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
believe, she's not giving him the same portion she was giving him as a newborn,
Right.
because he been having it his whole life. He was drunk in the
Exactly.
womb.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I
But
bet
here
you could give Junior
recently,
an adult dose.
yeah, and here recently, in the hair salon, he was saying "dada" again. And so I
Poor
said, okay, so
baby.
she done retaught him how to say "dada" prior to him coming to California for
Yeah.
juniors. I mean for
Just to get
Blueface. Yeah, to impress
just to get
Blueface. You know what I'm saying? Or try to
Blueface
impress
good side.
her people, her
Hmm.
fans. Like he knows his daddy. In other words, oh, let me prep him to
Right.
say
And
"dada."
I don't think
So
he has that much
man, this girl,
cognitive function.
boy,
I don't even like when she was on the phone with him, they was on FaceTime, and Junior, it sounded like Junior said, "It's daddy." First of all, Junior does not
he ain't
comprehend the
never.
word it.
Hell yeah,
He can't say it.
girl.
He doesn't know that word. He doesn't know words.
Mm-mm.
And I don't even, I'm not sure. I don't think he said daddy. I think he just makes
He
little
don't say
sounds and it
daddy. He
comes out
says da
sounding
da da da. He ain't never said
like a
daddy.
newborn. And
Yeah,
every
he say
newborn in the
da da
world
da
says
da
da
like a
da da da.
newborn. Yeah,
And
yes,
they don't know what
exactly.
they're saying either. They're
Don't know what
born
they
with that.
saying.
That's
Mm-hmm.
natural in them, because that's the natural steps God puts in them for them to get ready to
Mm-hmm.
speak. But she keeps shaking all the stuff out of him. That's why his eyes are so wonky now. Junior's eyes,
Yes.
when he was a newborn, they were steady.
Mm-hmm.
Junior's eyes now, they be all over the
Yeah,
place.
exactly. And I noticed that too, girl. Look,
Yeah,
you need to get
man.
you a doggone channel because you own it just like
Yeah,
me. I said the
it's so
same thing. I
funny.
said this
Yeah.
baby eyes was straight when he was a baby, but now all of a sudden it's like somebody like his mama done knocked the Mario coins up out of his head or
Yeah,
something.
she done knocked the
Girl,
Mario coins out of
I
him.
noticed that too.
Somebody made a meme of
Baby,
him, and it was a
yes, I
pinata,
have.
and they had the two
Yes.
eyes on the opposite side of the skull because his eyes
Yes.
will wander.
His eyes
And I
was
and
yes, it was not like that at first.
he was not
I've
like that when he
watched.
was
It was
born.
not like
Yup.
that. And then too, how about when Blueface Daddy was feeding him baby food and he was eating, but when they showed Krishan when she got a hold of his ass and he was just a little bit
He just
older,
turned his
he
face.
wasn't trying to I ain't yeah. But they say he can't see. Well, I'm wondering if he can't see, how he know that spoon coming towards his doggone face. Hmm.
it's her chaotic energy. He couldn't eat with her, and he can't eat with her in
He
peace.
don't never
It's
eat
her
anything she
it's
try to
her
give him because
chaotic
he don't
energy.
trust her, because I believe that she tried to
Exactly.
force feed him off camera to make her look good, so when
Right.
she put him
She
on
traumatized
camera
him.
she
Hmm.
traumatized him. And it's in there,
She
is that's one of
traumatized
the
him with
medical things
food.
that's been said. That's the sensory process, or the sensory thing that's going on. They once they've had that experience to where they have eaten food and they choked and it, aspirated and all
They
that,
scared.
they scared to
Yeah.
do it anymore, and
They
that's why he
scared
doesn't
because he
eat
probably
right
feel like
now
he
to this
dying.
day. She
Yeah.
did it.
Because you're
She
right.
had to have
Papa
done it.
Blue did used to feed him.
Mm-hmm.
And
He used to
whatever's
feed
wrong
him.
with
He used to
Papa
feed him with
Blue,
no
I
problem.
will say I will say this about him. He had a very gentle nature and energy with Junior, and Junior responded well to it.
Mm-hmm. Sure
With
did.
Krishan, all he has is chaos. She can't even
Yes.
speak in a normal tone.
No, she
Every time she
startles
speaks,
him.
she's
She
yelling.
scares him.
Yeah.
When she holds him,
And
it's like he can feel her energy. He trying to get away from her, and she's
hmm
he just wants to get down. No, he just wants to get away from you. He may want to get down,
get
yeah,
down
true
and
enough,
do
but he wants to
what?
get away from your ass. He can feel
Right?
that
Like he
energy.
can't. Exactly. She has a
Shoot,
very
it's
chaotic
always been
energy.
said that
And you
baby
know
can
what drives me
tell
crazy?
evil energy.
You know what drives me crazy? When she
Mm-hmm.
got him on the floor everywhere. In my house, when my kids was growing up, yeah, I would have them on the floor. But best believe I swept and mopped every time before I put a
Mm-hmm.
baby down, and there was a
Mm-hmm.
blanket or
Mm-hmm.
a pack and play, a large playpen. She just be putting him everywhere. The other day, he was on the floor in the nail salon, in the hair salon, where
Mm-hmm.
everybody walks with their shoes. My husband and I don't wear shoes in the house. I cannot imagine putting a baby on the floor where everybody walks with their shoes in a public area. Like she just don't take care. Like she don't understand. He was on the floor in the church hopping around, and then what's he
Yes.
gonna do? Put his hands in his mouth. Julia is so crazy.
Yes.
Julia is
Just like he did in
filled
the hair
and riddled
salon,
with
same
germs.
damn thing. So that's the thing right there that lets us know we don't have to see what's going on off camera, because what's on camera is repetitive. So we know what's repetitive on camera is
Yeah,
happening off camera too.
that's
But
what she
she
do in
seems
her
to think
house.
we're fucking so dumb that we don't pick up
Yeah,
on that. And then her rock tar fans, they don't care, so that's why they don't pick up on it, because they don't care to know about it. And they
tell me
get mad
why do
at
those
us
people
because
hate
we care
Junior?
about this baby.
They get so mad and they argue with me in the comment section. And I'd be like,
Yes,
first
girl,
of
that's
all,
all they
what are you
do.
so mad at? And why don't you want a baby to get help?
Because
He's
the devil
fine. He's
hates the
just
truth. The devil hates the
those
truth,
people are
honey.
crazy. Those people are the craziest set
Mm-hmm.
of fans that I have ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so it just lets me know that those 4.5 million followers of hers, they home abusing their kids too. Their kids on the floor in the corner too. Like
Hmm. Now look at what.
I
Now
could
listen.
never.
Now think about what you just said. If it is 4.5, because I ain't seen 4.5 on the live, but if she had 4.5 on her
No, but
regular,
like just like followers. Like she has like
yeah, that's
follow
what I'm
like
saying.
I think
If
her
she had,
Instagram is
yeah.
4.5 or
Okay,
4.2
so yeah.
or 3, something like that.
Okay, so let's say them 4.5 followers on Instagram. Think about what you said. Don't you think that, like we were just saying about, with Junior, and God has him here for a reason, this, that, and the third? Everything happens for a reason, right? So don't you think that
Hmm.
God, we trying to figure out how can she have 4.5 followers? Well, that's 4.5 people that God is trying to make people like us realize this is what you're dealing with in your environment, in your in
Right.
you know what I'm saying. So
They just
beware.
as
You see what I'm
crazy as
saying?
her.
It's like God is trying
Yep.
to bring to your attention, beware. And this is why we are dealing with shit that we're dealing with in this world today.
Let
Especially
me tell you
I want
something.
to say in America. This is why we have
Krishan
the
Rock
type
is
of
doing a
president
lot
that we
of
have. This is
damage.
why shit is so high. This type of shit
Yep.
right here is it plays a part in everything because of the mindset, because of the
Let me tell you
mindset of
something.
people today.
We're about to see the next few generations. There's going to be so many children born like Junior because
Hmm.
she got them thinking that it's okay. There's a lot of children that admire her. There's a lot of
Hmm.
parents that
And that's what's
encourage
scary
the
because they're the
love of
future.
Krishan Rock. I saw a lady the other day, a young black mother, and she's laughing and cackling in the background, talking about, look what she did. And she put the camera on her baby, her little girl, and the little girl got a tattoo on her face, like a play tattoo. And her mother
Uh-huh.
was like, why you put that on your face? And she was like, because I want to be like Krishan Rock. Krishan Rock is destroying young black girls.
But you know
She
what?
is destroying them
She's only destroying young black girls that their parents are allowing
that
her
are
to
allowing it.
destroy. You
But
see what
there's
I'm
so
saying?
many of them that it shocks me. Like I saw her
Mhm.
at like at a carnival or an amusement park, and
Mhm.
crowds of children were around her, scrambling to be near her. And I'm like,
Mhm.
why do these kids know anything about this girl? This girl ain't known
Because
for nothing but
because a
having
mother taught
sex
them.
and
Mhm.
oh my God.
Their
And
mother,
she and
young
her tits,
mothers. I'm
her
sure
breasts
you
were
know.
all out. She was having nip slips in front of the children.
Mm,
And
mm,
I was
mm.
like, what is going on with these young mothers? Like, I've seen people throw their babies parties and they got Krishan Rock and Blueface decorations.
Are you
Why?
serious? Why?
I am not kidding you. Look it up. They make that. They make that. And I've seen people do it for like 2 and 3 year olds. Like,
That's a
you would
damn
want your
shame.
daughter to be like Krishan Rock. Like, I don't even know how
That's
the church
crazy
accepts her in
work.
the church. She literally has a sex tape out online right now as we speak. If you go to
What?
X, you go to Twitter, you can find it. I've looked it up
Well,
because
shit,
I heard about it.
I went to Twitter for Diddy's and it was hard to get his. So how the hell you get
Hers
hers?
is right there because she's
But I
bottom
mean, I'm
of the
talking about
barrel.
as far as playing it.
I saw it.
And
It's right there.
I don't want to see it. But I mean,
You couldn't
how do
see
you?
full frontal, but you could see like Blueface's part, and she was going up and down like she
Okay,
was
well then that
totally
mean
naked. You could see it
he
from her
must have
back.
yeah he must have released it then. He must have re-released it. I should say because
No,
I
it
heard
was
it was
her. It was her.
no
She did it
no
on
I'm saying
Jaden's
he.
birthday.
Oh, you think she released
'Cause
it?
she did release it. She did it purposely because she was
Wow.
upset one day. Blue left her and went to go spend Jaden's birthday with her. And I guess I
Oh,
don't
this
know
was
what he
back when
did
she
when
was
he
with
brought
Blue.
her back in the day. Yes,
Okay,
and
okay. I thought you were
ruined
saying it was
Jaden's
re-released.
birthday.
Okay.
To ruin Jaden's birthday, she released the tape on herself,
Okay. I can believe
like to
that.
prove something to her. Like, you know how sick you have to be to do that to yourself. And think about this. I want you to think about something because you mentioned Diddy.
Mm-hmm.
Right after Krishan went to her first Diddy party,
Mm.
right after that is
Mm-hmm.
when they arrested Diddy.
Mm.
Right after that party, Diddy went
Mm-hmm.
down. His first
Mm-hmm.
time meeting Krishan.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to say she's not an informant. So how they got what? Why after their first meeting Diddy gets caught? She has
Well,
nothing to do with it, as far as I'm concerned.
you think so? Well, you know what? As much as I don't care for Krishan, I have to say because I followed that before I got into this. You know, that was my main focus. Let me tell you before I got off into this shit. Let me tell you, honey, that was my main focus, honey. But I didn't
I
have
hear
no
you.
platform yet. But
Right,
yeah,
right.
I think that was a coincidence. They was on Diddy's ass for years before they nailed him. The
Yeah,
FBI
but
don't
maybe she
work
put the
fast.
last little
They gather up
nail.
shit. They was gathering up
Maybe
stuff
she put
over
the
some
last
time.
little nail in the coffin. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
it maybe
maybe she
so,
saw something and she reported back on it, and they
but
were
you know
like,
her name never came up.
I just
I believe her
it never
name would have
came up.
came
But
up. It
I
never
know, I
came
just
up.
know, soon as he met her, all of
Hmm.
a sudden the
But
whole
think
thing
about it.
exploded
They
wide
did
open.
right, but they did say when she went, she was with what's his name, Lemmy, right?
Lemuel,
And
Lemmy,
Lemmy is
yeah.
the only one that got slapped. From what it's been said, they never said anything that happened to Krishan, but they
No,
did
he ain't
say
do
that
nothing
he
to her because I
exactly.
think that he
They
wanted
did
to
say
bring her
that
into the
he
stable.
was
Like
trying. He
I
was
think,
trying.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
that
I
he
believe he
wanted
was
to get,
trying. Uh huh.
just cause
Yeah. I think.
did he want to
Yeah.
conquer
Yeah.
everything,
Oh yeah. I think he was.
and
Yeah.
that's why
He was
he's
trying to
nice
get
to
her.
them in the beginning. But
Mm-hmm.
if he would have, if
She
like say
slipped through
she
the
would have
crack.
stayed around,
I think she slipped through the
if
crack.
yes,
You know,
if Diddy
just
would have got his hands on her,
oh
Diddy
boy.
would have
Oh boy.
pounded
Yeah.
her out, but she would have gave as good as she got.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes.
And she
But
would
that
and she
damn
would have snitched
Cassidy,
on him
honey,
like she do Blue.
she did she did that doggone Diddy in. Yeah, I believe that
I think she has something
Cassie.
to do
Yeah,
with it.
Cassie
You
did.
know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I
Cassie, yeah,
don't think.
Cassie opened up the floodgates. But I think
Yeah.
Rock had something to do with it because everywhere she goes, she caused confusion and problems. And, if she really is a CI, they were like, make sure you take a look at everything and tell us what you see, what you find. And from what I understand, in them Diddy parties, there was section of the parties where they had children,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she probably saw that and spoke on it.
Oh, no,
And even
I'm
though
with you
that's
on
not
that
what they
part.
took him down for, even though that's not what
But
they
wait,
took
but
him
whoa, whoa,
down
whoa, whoa,
for,
whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a minute. Think about what you said. Think about what you said. You said that there was kids at the party. She spoke on it. Why would she speak on it? She doing the same shit to her kid though.
because that's how she is. The same thing she do,
Mm.
like the
Ah,
same way
shit.
she
She
be like,
probably
Blue's
learned.
a drug
She
addict.
probably
Blue's
learned
a
from it and felt and said, "Oh, okay, this is what we do when we celebrities. So shit, let me make sure I do mines like this."
something. But she's the kind of person that, like, the same way she'll be like, Blue was taking care of my baby the whole week, but he's a drug addict. But you gave your
Mm-hmm.
baby to the drug addict. Like, she's
Mm-hmm.
self-sabotaging. She always tells on herself. And I think she saw
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And that's not what they took him down for, but it was enough to put, you know, the last nail in the coffin. And, they kept that quiet though, because that's a big rampant thing in the world. Like, that's happening to children, and the the elites who are doing it, they don't want to get caught at that. So that's not what court was about.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like she saw something like that and snitched, because
Yeah.
she's not going to snitch on grown people doing something, like, grown people could do what they want to do. But I think
Right.
she probably saw something with the children and said, yeah, he got kids up in there and they doing
Mm.
stuff with the kids. I don't know. It's just me. Like, sometimes I let my imagination run wild with me.
Yeah,
But
me too. I'm an overthinker. I'm an overthinker as well.
yeah, yeah.
I'm when oh,
I,
you
I
said
just
you're a
noticed
Libra.
that.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's wow.
that's funny. I
It's
don't think
wow.
I did say I'm a Libra, but I am a Libra. I think you
No, you
just clocked
did.
me.
No, you
Like,
did.
did
You
I?
did. You said you said
Yeah.
you said you're a Libra.
Yup.
Yes,
Yup.
ma'am.
I
Yes, you
am.
did.
And so I'm
Mhm.
always thinking, the same way I can see there's good in the world, I can see there's evil in the world. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And these
indeed.
and that type
Indeed.
of evil is is um taken on. That type of evil is satanic. Just to put it plainly. That's a
Mhm.
satanic evil when you mess with children like that. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
think maybe that's
Right.
what she saw and she spoke on that. But that's the facade they put up for us. They said, oh no, we're just gonna talk about what he did with adults. But did he have stuff with children? He had
Right.
stuff. We all know. Look at poor Justin Bieber. He almost lost his mind behind what Diddy
Oh my
had
God, bless his
going on in
heart.
his life. Justin Bieber ain't
Mm-mm-mm.
never been the same. He's such a
And he never will be.
melancholy, sad man. And I trust and
Mhm.
believe, I don't think Justin's son will ever be famous, even if that child could sing just like him, because he ain't gonna let them do what they did to him.
Yeah. Look, somebody
And
said a
Usher
lot of
too.
look, they say somebody in the chat says a lot of senior citizens too. She has a huge following of women from age 50. I damn sure ain't one of them. Shit.
Yup,
Never
she do,
have
and
been
it's
and
so
never
weird.
will.
All the grandmas loving her,
I
but
heard
you know
she
what that is?
does. Yeah, I heard she
That
does, and
lets
I
me
don't
know they a
understand
bunch of
who the
old
hell raised their
304s.
asses or what the fuck happened to them, or did they have COVID?
They
Did
a
they get
bunch of
COVID and
old.
then they start following her shit? I don't know because
They
they
a
must have the
they a bunch of old
COVID COVID
304s.
brains or
They a bunch
something.
they a bunch of old 304s, and they reliving
They
their
must
youth through
be.
rock.
They
They reliving
something,
their youth. They
honey.
like, I used to do the same thing. And it's something
Mm-mm.
about the region that she comes from too. Like, you couldn't pay me to live in Baltimore. Not even in
Mm.
the rich area. There's a spirit over Baltimore. There is a principality that rules over Baltimore. That's why it's the incest capital of the world. There's a spirit over that city, that whole state. I can't see the comments while I'm on here. I can just see just the little picture you have up. Hello? Did I get disconnected? Oh, well, Miss Gemini, I can't hear you anymore, honey, but thank you so much for talking with me. And I really love your interview skills and your channel. And keep up the good work, honey. Love you so much. Bye. Bye, chat. Oh, that was so fun. Oh, my goodness.